And now, our feature presentation.
I don't belong here, we gotta move on in. Hey guys, I'm Scarfy.
OBS decided to fuck with everything.
Ugh, you're kidding.
I'm not. All right.
Hey guys, I'm Scarfy.
I'm Naka.
And I'm Krüz. Third time's the charm.
And welcome to Subwuffer Entertainment Treehouse, a determinately drunk, geeky, and cheerful podcast where wolves we house in a tree and we entertain, bringing you all the latest entertainment news. So that's a lot like a music appreciation class. We talk about what's going on in certain topics and see how people react to them in certain ways. And that song that you were listening to was...
That was Afterlife by Avenged Sevenfold. And I want to apologize real quick. OBS decided to be like, no, you're not going to have any of your settings saved. So that's why there was some audio fuckery. So that's going to be edited out in post. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, it's better than that than what happened last time. Anyway.
Oh yeah, much.
That was like the Ravens, the Super Bowl, the power outage, pretty much.
So guys, we've been gone for about a month and a half now because we had we just left on December 10th and we stayed quiet for pretty much a month and a half and we didn't start till like
2 weeks
almost mid-February. I'm almost mid-February. I'm pretty surprised that we're starting what it feels like to be so late. But in all honesty, we didn't think it was a good thing to have our show while the Super Bowl was going on. People are actually watching the Super Bowl as opposed to watching us. So we decided to start on this date, the week after the Super Bowl. Yep. Which congratulations, Philadelphia. That was a much-deserved win. Not gonna lie.
The Patriots. You know what? I have the picture of Brady bradying. If you don't know what that is, just Google it. It's just him sitting down and
being all sorry for himself.
I have that as my desktop.
Yes.
Like,
so anyway, guys, how is we have looking at the agenda? We have a lot to talk about, folks. A lot. So I don't want to waste any time. I would jump right into
so we're not going to explain what we did for 2 months?
No, we are, but we're actually going to, not go into unnecessary explicit detail, but we're just going to be unnecessarily epic and talk about what we did on our break. So basically the 3 questions was, how was Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? And how is your break going so far? So we'll start with you, Naka.
Well, A, I'm not on break anymore. I have school. B, I'm looking for
I meant to say, how was your break?
Oh, how was my break?
But keep going.
It was very short, actually, because there were only like a few days I wasn't working, and then it was like, time for school, and then school is 5 days a week. And it's 7 to 1:30 Pacific, so either way, it gets done pretty early. But I'm currently, I don't want to drive 45 minutes across the county just to go to work. So I have quit my job at the place that I was working at. I'm in the midst of finding a job, but I've applied to several places. So my unemployment's going to be brief, but I'm not going to qualify for unemployment.
Okay. And how was your Christmas? And
I got a bunch of shit for Christmas. And I don't mean shit as in like, it was all terrible. It was actually a lot of stuff I needed for school because I'm in an automotive program. And guess what? I need to provide my own tools for, 98% of what we're doing. So...
Oh, really?
A lot of the stuff I got for Christmas were tool-related stuff, and that's perfectly fine with me. I finally got a physical edition of Cards Against Humanity, and yet I have yet to play that, and I'm kind of sad. Mm-hmm. Because I like being a terrible person when it comes to those kind of humor games. I mean...
I see what you mean.
I mean, yesterday, I made a joke to my mom. It's like, what do Germans know to mow the lawn? When the grass is this high!
This high. So, speaking of Christmas, I got you a gift, didn't I?
Yes, you got me a copy of Baby Driver, and like 3 days after I received it, my entire family watched it, and we all thoroughly enjoyed it, even though Kevin Spacey was not being a molester in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, we try to separate the art from the artist. Unfortunately, that's how it goes with some actors nowadays. And but
speaking of Kevin Spacey, shortly after I watched Baby Driver, I picked up a copy of Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare because I was like, "Yeah, I'll play this. I'll see what it's like." And I'm not. It's a Call of Duty game. There's not really much for story, but Kevin Spacey actually turns out to be the villain. I'm just like, I knew it. The molester was a villain the whole time. I give Kevin Spacey a lot of shit, but I still like a lot of his work.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. But anyway, how did you like Baby Driver, considering that you're a fan of cars and music in general? And I picked this movie out specifically for you because I knew you would immediately have like a key, like an immediate attraction to it. So what did you think about this movie?
Hold on, I actually need to go look something up on YouTube real quick, something that I made myself. I'm going to go link it in the stream chat. It's related to Baby Driver, so it's on topic with what we're talking about. Shortly after I saw the movie, I decided, hey, you know, it'd be fun. Let's make kind of like a YouTube music video, a YMV, and just use the main scene from the opening car chase from Baby Driver and just put different music over it. That's how much I like the movie, so much to the point where I kind of remade the initial chase.
Well, be sure to check that out later. But anyway, how did your break go?
I mean, now that I'm in the swing of school, it's going all right.
All right. Well, are you glad to be back?
Yes, it gives me something to do on Saturdays that isn't NASCAR, and I know hurdy-dur NASCAR, Daytona 500 next week, and to me that takes more priority than this.
Than doing Subwuffer Entertainment Treehouse?
Yes, because you don't fuck with NASCAR fans in the Daytona 500. It is literally the Super Bowl for them.
You gotta
What's their holy
try to equalize that, Naka. A little bit. Try to equalize it.
Equalize how?
Just figure it out. Anyway, Krüz, we're moving on to you. So how was your Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? And how was your break going?
I went to Florida for Christmas. It was a pretty good time, and I got the main things were Mario Odyssey. I asked for Cuphead, and my mom ended up getting me a mini vinyl for one of the music for two of the songs on it.
Wait, you got a vinyl of Cuphead music on it?
Yeah, and I'm like, Mom, you know this isn't the game, right? She's like, shit. I'm like, but I did.
Dude, that is so awesome. I mean, like, if
cool,
you think about,
I don't have a record player to do anything with it.
Here's what I think. I think that you should just, if you do get a vinyl, and I'm not saying you can, but think about it this way: like for the Cuphead soundtrack, like you have something that is pretty much keen on playing, like, you know, Cuphead's music is basically based on music that was based on the early 30s and 40s at a time where record players were viable. I mean, think about it like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, how did you like Cuphead?
Tough as balls, infuriating, but beautiful. And music was amazing. And I only beat it because I broke King Dice, and I made him get stuck when he's shooting out the cards. I made him get stuck, but he wasn't shooting out the cards, so I just shot him, and I won. What else did I get? I got COD World War II. I got Wolfenstein 2. What else did I get? And Guilt. I'm forgetting because I'm dumb, but I got a book.
A book?
Yeah, Rick Riordan, one of the new books in that series. I got that.
By the way, I got you a gift, didn't I?
Yep. Yeah, I knew you weren't going to let me go alive without seeing it, and I did see it. I liked it better than I expected, and it was La La Land. My mom watched it, and she loved it. Absolutely. She loves Ryan Gosling. Yeah. So it was as much as you would think that it's like, okay, it's one of those movies, it's a little, it ends up being better than a movie that, I don't know, that it has that kind of just Oscar bait stigma to it, but
I see what you mean.
it was better than it. I enjoyed it, actually.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
and how's your break going?
I think I finished break around and toward the end of January, and I'm like at my dorm now.
Oh, I see. Well, all right. Well, do you want me to talk about what I got for Christmas in my break?
Go on ahead.
Naka?
Yes. Sorry, there was some background noise going on, and I just decided to mute my mic real quick, and there still kind of is, so I'm trying to keep that to a minimum to increase production value. Anyway, would you like to explain how your break was? And I also bought you something as a gift.
Yes, you did. You both did, and I will get to that in just right around the corner. Let me break it down. We ended our show on the 10th, and I realized, oh well, I only have one more class before I graduate. That is graduate Los Angeles Valley College, and then I'm transferring over to CSUN. That is California State University of Northridge. Hee hee. I also wanted to tell you that for Christmas, I just got pretty much a bunch of clothes, but I got a 43-inch ultra high definition 4K television, exclusively by LG. Life's good. Life is good. But anyway, that's not. I think that's So I was fine. So I'm finally able to watch any movie I can want on my TV, and it's in beautiful 4K Ultra HD. Unfortunately, I don't have a 4K Blu-ray player, but you know what? I don't care, because the only thing that I care about is that I see the goddamn movie, and that's all I care about. So basically, I've been working. For Christmas. You two got me a gift, apparently, and what I got was a model car. I don't really know how to describe it, but what was it, Naka? Like, what kind of car did I get?
You got a red Mercedes 300 SL, a piece of automotive history. It was one of the first vehicles to have gull-wing doors, and at one point in time, it was the fastest car in the world.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So this is this was a model. I am not taking it out of the box. I kind of really like it, but you know, that's really all I have to say. And Krüz, you.
I just picked the first thing I saw, and I have something else to say after this, because I just forgot it, because I'm dumb.
Okay, so guys, Krüz got me a wolf calendar, and the minute I opened it, I just cracked. I cracked up. Like I literally just like, oh god, like, really, Krüz?
I literally just picked it up as I was going to the checkout at Rite Aid. I'm like, yes, perfect. I found it.
But other than
the Bud Night, I did it.
But other than that, I've been recently just getting a lot of stuff done. Like for the past couple of weeks, I've done nothing but work. I was finally able to purchase myself a Nintendo Switch. It's been one that I've been trying to get for a while. And I actually had some friends of mine, courtesy of Boozy Badger, he was able to get me a couple games. One was Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I actually bought myself another game, which was Super Mario Odyssey. I've literally just spent almost 80 hours playing Breath of the Wild because I have nothing else better to do. And I just figured, well, I have nothing better to do. I want to play the next Zelda game on the next console, and that's what I'm going to do. So I've been really devoting my time to it a lot, and I've been taking my time through the game, just for the record, because I don't want to, like...
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I just found a bunch of new shit today, or, like, you know, shrines that are out in the middle of butt fucking nowhere.
but you know, like I go to any shrine I see, I just pick up any weapons I see. So I've just been doing nothing but getting all the Korok seeds, which you only need like around half of them to get the maximum amount of I guess equipment for your stuff. And you know, I I've only beaten 2 of the 4 Guardians, and I have 2 more to go. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But other than that, I've just been playing. I saw. There wasn't a lot of movies to see in January. I pretty much saw every movie that I wanted to see with Movie Pass. Guys, you really should get on that. It's a very good.
I actually did get a Regal gift card for Christmas. Which I don't need to use it just yet because my school has a group that's going to see Black Panther, so I already have a ticket for that.
Oh, dude, spoilers.
Tide Pods. Now that's a meme I've seen 96 times.
Oh, Tide Pods. Oh, God. I can't believe that's actually a thing. Like,
I remember when it was like only a serious thing like 2 years ago, and now it's actually a meme. It's not just a news thing.
I don't even care. I don't even care if people are getting.
What I love is that someone made photoshopped a Tide Pod Oreos, and I'm like, God damn it.
Oh, I don't. You want to know something? I don't even care. I don't even care right now that Tide Pods is becoming old. It's still great. It's still a classic meme. It's not going anywhere for a long time. I think one of the biggest things for me is that right now, I've just been doing a lot of stuff. Like, what else have I been doing? I've been reading. I've been just been waiting to get back to Subwuffer Entertainment so we can talk more about stuff that we should really spend some time on.
Speaking of Tide Pods, I love that that video that Majira and what's his face made it into one of PewDiePie's videos. I know you don't like it, but it's the video on the Tide Pods. And he's like, and here's a furry account enjoying some Tide Pod pizza. He's just like, where have we gone?
Oh God.
By the way, my favorite meme of February is Chugga Conroy doing the hiker dance.
Yes, the hiker dance of Chugga Conroy is the best. That's going to be the next meme. I'm not even kidding. That's going to be like the best meme of February, but we'll see what happens.
This ended up in one of my Discord servers that is like not Pokemon or Chugga Conroy related at all, and I just find it great.
I just felt like I have to just watch all of those Pokemon Black videos, but I'm like, but then that would mean I have to do it, just sit down for like a day solid.
Right, I totally see what you're saying. But
I was just about to say that. Somebody touch on my spaghetti.
What are you saying? Do you have something to say, Naka?
If you are part of the Discord server, we now have some heckin' awesome server emotes. There's only a few of them, but we have 4.
Wait. Is corn one of them?
No, it is not. I'm not making that a server emote.
Oh, okay.
I have class.
I know. Anyway, S.E.T has been brought to you by Streamlabs. We are a non-profit podcast.
Actually, I have one last thing to say. I did get something video game related over the break, and I got myself a Hyperkin Superboy S, which is basically a Super Nintendo that you can take with you on the go. It has a screen in the middle, and it's got the buttons on the sides. There's a slot for your headphones. You can play Super Nintendo cartridges and Super Famicom cartridges, and you can hook it up to your TV.
And if only you had a copy of Earthbound.
I have Donkey Kong Country too, so that's good enough.
All right. Well, can I continue?
Yes.
Good.
All right. S.E.T has been brought to you by Streamlabs. We are a non-profit podcast, but we use this as our go-to for making more episodes and help them be bigger and better than ever before by purchasing equipment or other visual means. Please don't feel obligated. We are not asking for money to pay the rent, but if you have the heart to donate, it is greatly appreciated. Speaking of donations, we have some money in the bank, and Krüz is looking forward to actually contact for Affinity to do some advertisements, aren't you, Krüz?
It would be very nice. I'll see about doing it. I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet, but I would like to do that sometime soon and actually get it to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
what I was going to mention earlier, I forgot. It was, if you might have seen the set Twitter, it was my birthday, January 13th, and my parents got me the Xbox One S. I'm happy about that. Yep.
Yeah, and you're playing Okami.
Yep. I got Okami. I told you the other 2 games I got. I got Resident Evil 7, and what else? I think those are the only new ones I got.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we spent enough time talking about our wonderful adventures outside of sets. So, Krüz, we're going to move to your part of the agenda, and you're looking a little light today, aren't you?
It is, but don't think that the shit isn't heavy. We only have a few things, 3 exactly, but some of them are considerably big news. Okay, so first things first, not much else interesting happening this month for music, or so far for music. I mean, there's some shit that no one cares about, but the first thing they actually kind of do care about is Pop Evil. They're going to be releasing a self-titled album. So
I wonder what it's going to be called.
Pop Evil. So, it's February 16th. This band is one I've heard quite a bit. I listen to it less than I would like to. It's like I keep hearing it, and then I think I should listen to it, and then I forget about it. But yeah, one of their songs was came on when I was in Worcester. Like, it came on that rock station that I love. I was reminded of how good they sound, and I saw they're having this new album come out. So, well, we had A7X on the intro, and along with bands like Disturbed, I Think Death Punch, Godsmack, Trivium. If you like that kind of music, or like stuff that's more rock side of metal, then you're gonna enjoy this. I think that it's a pretty solid song that's come from them so far. Waking Lions is the only one that's there. Skill-inducing song about not giving up. I believe what you're seeing now is the album art. I don't know.
That is the album art. That is what you sent me for Pop Evil.
Yeah. Well, that's the only thing I saw. There's like no official confirmation, but that is at least art for Waking Lions, if not the actual album. But yeah, it's coming out on February 16th. The song is pretty good. Even if you're not a metalhead, you might actually enjoy it.
Krüz, you're looking a little light.
He hasn't been having enough eggs.
Yeah, eggs.
If you want to have some chill music that goes along with Pop Evil, I recommend listening to Ailstorm's Fucked with an Anchor. I was tempted to use that as this week's intro.
Fuck you. You're the fucking wanker. We're gonna punch you right in the balls.
Wait, that's an actual song?
Yes, I'm going to go give a sample because I have it in my library for a reason, because I actually like the song.
But before you do that, I want to talk about Pop Evil. So as for Pop Evil, I was looking at the music video, and I thought it was very creative. It's not something that I would personally listen to over and over, but I did really enjoy the music video. It was very creative. Like, he's just being chased by this unknown force, this little kid, and they're just singing the song about, you don't want to wake the lions and all that kind of stuff. So just be sure to not give up and do whatever you can. But I really liked it. I don't know if I'll purchase a copy of this, but I liked it for what it is. And yeah. And as for you, Naka?
Can I play my sample now?
Go ahead.
Fuck you, you're a fucking wanker. We're gonna punch you right in the balls. Fuck you with a fucking anchor. You're all cunts, so fuck you all.
Alright, that's enough. I'm not doing it anymore.
It's okay.
That is a legitimate song that I bought for
what is the song called?
Fucked with an Anchor.
By who?
Ailstorm.
Yeah. Not to be confused.
Pirate metal.
Not to be confused with Hailstorm. That's a different band. But that's a good. It's just so fucking Someone tried to play a version of it where all the stuff was bleeped out and it was just a constant.
You mean Jason
sound,
Paradise?
Sound.
And
Yeah.
it was basically
Just.
no, it was all the swear words weren't censored. Everything else was.
Oh,
Oh, that makes sense.
There's also a version for dogs, which is just replacing everything with barking.
pork.
That's some chill music right there.
Yeah. Anyway,
Never give
what do you
up,
have to
never
say regarding
surrender,
Pop
don't
Evil?
wake up wild animals because they will eat your nuts off. And they will also shit down your neck after they've ripped your head off.
Damn nature, you scary.
Did you just reference Stand By Me?
What do you mean?
I'm going to rip your head off and shit down your neck. That's a line
You
from Stand
best
By Me,
not
but
fuck yourself or I will unscrew your head and shit down your neck. That's Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, okay. Well, that's also a thing from Stand By Me as well. So that probably took something from Full Metal Jacket, but who am I to judge? Anyway,
It's also Duke
what do you
Nukem,
have?
I think.
Do you have anything else to say about Pop Evil?
No, we can move on.
Okay, go ahead, Krüz.
All right, then. Well, the priest is back once again, this time with more firepower. So, if you can believe it, only one member, that's co-lead guitarist Richie Faulkner, who is 38, is the only one who's under 50 in the band.
Damn.
So just Travis, the drummer's Scott Travis is 56. Halford, vocals, is 66 years old. Ian Hill, the bass player, is 67, and Glenn Tipton, the other guitarist, is 70. Now, this is proof that old guys know how to make some damn good heavy metal. Now, you can already tell this album is going to be better than our last one, Redeemer of Souls, which still stood well on its own, but sometimes felt a bit dull. So far for this album, Lightning Strike and the title track have been released. What I thought of Lightning Strike, because that one came first, standard, what I would expect from Priest, the modern, like after Halford rejoined the band. Melodic tunes up to, standard double bass galloping pace, excellent timed China smashes. That's what you hear in the chorus. After he says lightning will strike. And then Firepower. This one I wasn't expecting from Priest, but it's probably their thrashiest, fastest song since Ram It Down. Taking it a few steps farther with a thrashing intro, melodic foreboding verse, and a double bass mashing chorus, highlighted by Halford screaming out the song's name. So I'm really excited for this album. I think it's definitely going to be a top candidate for album of the year, or my album of the year, for Subwuffer Entertainment Trios. And just, oh my god, I'm so ready. My body is ready.
I came to kick gum.
You look like you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. What?
And I'm all out of ass. Dick, kick him.
Dick, kick him.
Anyway, my hand itches. I guess I need firepower to scratch my wrist. As a fan of thrash metal, I can wholly agree that this is good thrash metal, and that everybody should listen to thrash metal at least once a day.
Yeah.
And if
this
you
is
don't,
this is
get
from
the
a band
fuck
that
out.
Yeah. Priest.
I don't understand. What is
not a thrash metal band, but they still do stuff of that pace and realm. And
bricky law.
Yeah. But just considering how, there's a band that has aged like fine wine, it's this one. Just the whole production sounds very clean, very tight, and it's just the songwriting, the structure, composition, everything is just very solid and awesome. I'm just so ready for the rest of this album.
Yeah, I was listening to Judas Priest. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan, but I do respect, I do respect them as a band entirely. So I personally really enjoy what they make. Maybe not to the point where um maybe not to the point where it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do enjoy it. Not too sure if I'd listen to them again, but I'm more excited for the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
all good things must come to an end.
Yeah. So it was a sad day when Slayer announced that they would be retiring after 37 years of kicking ass. Since founding guitarist Jeff Hanneman's death in 2013, the future of the band was uncertain. With the recruitment of Exodus guitarist Gary Holt and return of former drummer Paul Bostaph, the band was able to deliver presumably one final album, 2015's Repentless. Being one of the big four bands of thrash metal and the first to officially retire, Slayer has won 2 Grammys, both for songs on 2006's Christ Illusion, Eyes of the Insane, and bonus song Final Six. They delivered 12 studio albums, my personal favorite being 1990's Seasons in the Abyss. And the favorite song overall and from that album is War Ensemble, but I digress. The lineup of Slayer's final world tour includes Lamb of God and Behemoth from Slayer's previous tour, and plus fellow thrashers Anthrax and Testament. So, if you remember how excited I was for the last tour, and if you thought that was a meaty lineup, oh boy, are we in for it this time? Holy shit! If there's any way to bid farewell to your fans, this is how you fucking do it. Yes, North American tour dates.
I would wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, North American dates can be found on the band's website, slayer.net. If you haven't seen Slayer live, this is the last call to salute one of the greatest metal bands of all time. Fucking Slayer.
Yeah, what do you have to say regarding this, Naka?
Well, the unfortunate thing is that Rush, they're done.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not discrediting Slayer, but
retired.
I'm a much bigger fan of Rush than I am Slayer because I have a secret thing for prog rock. Well, pretty much anything made by Rush is very good for me. I kind of learned that from my dad, but
yeah, my dad loves Rush too, and I think I remember reporting on it earlier. Neil Peart had to retire. But yeah,
this was when we were on
the greatest
bands. This was when we were on break.
Greatest rock bands ever.
But it's definitely unfortunate that Slayer is retiring. But they had a good run, and they're retiring when the time is right for them, and they're coming to an end on their own terms, not when life decides to pull it away. Reference to Dale Earnhardt, who he won the '98 Daytona 500, and because next Sunday is the 2018 Daytona 500, it's been 20 years since he won. And if you don't know about Dale Earnhardt's death, he died doing what he loved, but he didn't get to retire on his own terms, and that's where his son Dale Jr. went on. Anyway, espresso depresso aside, I think Slayer, they're gonna throw it off with a banger. Yeah. Give a heckin' good tour, and they're gonna heckin' rock. Heck.
I love how you say heck. Why don't you just say cuss from Fantastic Mr. Fox? It's better.
Fuck.
Oh, cuss. Anyway, regarding Slayer and his retirement, it is sad to see them. It is sad to see them retire indefinitely. I'm not too sure if they'll actually come back for like a one-night stand. Look what I did there.
Yeah. Well, that's how they do it. Yeah. And this is not to be. There's like Slayer is not disbanding per se. They're just not touring anymore. There may be another studio album, but that is uncertain because I've seen interviews with Tom Araya, and he's citing that there's some legal issues they have to sort out with the royalties because as Jeff Hanneman passed away, and they kind of just kept going. They didn't really address it, so that's something that they need to take care of. So I mean, they could come back at some point, but it's until further notice at this point. But I did get to see them on that tour I mentioned. They were fucking amazing, even though there were seats in the way, so you can really mosh. But I did get tickets to a place where there are no seats, which is good. And it's gonna be a fun fucking night.
So yes, it is. So are you gonna be going to one of their tours, one of their concerts?
Yeah, I got tickets for one in Pennsylvania, and yeah, because the only other nearest place is Jiffy Lube Live, and the tickets were like $220.
Oh my God, no!
Each.
Did you just say Jiffy Lube Live?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh God, why?
That's what the place is called. The venue is called.
It sounds. No, we're not doing it here. Nope. I'm not saying it. Sorry.
Okay, well, nice job, guys. Because I hear it on the radio a lot, and it just sounds normal to me. It's like
it sounds normal to me too, but I hate Jiffy Lube. No offense, but it's terrible. Never take your car there. Just don't.
Yeah. It's it's in Bristow, Virginia, and you can only buy tickets in sets of 2, and there were $220 each. Yeah. And that was no.
$220 for the set of 2, or $220 for one ticket that you had to buy in a set of 2?
Yeah, the $220 for a set of 2. I think
you
couldn't buy them.
That's not too terrible.
You couldn't buy them individually.
Krüz, I will never understand why you spend so much money on concert tickets as opposed to going to films that cost you like what, $10?
Yeah. Well, I actually did do that. I mentioned earlier. Well, I haven't gone to it yet, but I've confirmed. I've RSVP'd. I mean,
well, I'm doing the same thing, but I do understand what you're saying. Yeah. Anyway, do you have anything else to say regarding this?
Well, I am not going to be able to see their final show. I do want to mention one thing. It's not coming up until May, but let's see. I believe May 12th in Auburn, Washington, at the White River Amphitheater, Sabroso Fest is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically it's the craft beer, taco, and music festival. And while I'm not 21, I can still go.
You'll be 21 soon.
I'll be 21 in a year and a half. Actually, 2.5 years.
That's still soon for us. But anyway.
But the bands that are going to be playing at this festival are The Offspring, Pennywise, the band, not the clown, Against Me, Lit, Unwritten Law, and Lost Kung Fu Monkeys.
Oh, really?
Sounds like pop punk gathering. I saw Against Me. They opened for Green Day when I saw them last year. They're decent.
May 13th is the Portland date. I'm not kidding you. Seriously, they're a day after each other. It goes Dana Point on the 7th, Sacramento on the 8th, Denver on the 28th. These are in April. Albuquerque on the 29th of April. Cinco de Mayo's in Tucson, Auburn, Washington, where I'm going to be.
Dude, why didn't you send this to Krüz like a week ago?
Oops.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I need to get my thing there furthermore, too.
Well, you need to travel across the country to do so.
Yeah. But other than that, do you have anything else to say?
No, that'll be it for now. For music, anyway.
Okay, and yeah, that's it for me, Krüz.
I can say, man, I'm really excited to see them. I'm glad I'll be able to have seen them twice, as far as, in addition to the other 2 bands, Lamb of God and Behemoth. Mm-hmm. I'm also pretty big fan of Testament, because they're more the melodic kind of thrash, as well as Creator, who I'm going to see with Sabaton, seeing them for the 4th time. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say about that. The poster is amazing, but I don't think it's still as good as the Cerberus poster from last time. I got that as a shirt, and oh man,
Buy my
it's hard to
mixtape.
believe it's hard to yeah, it's hard to believe that this is actually happening. That Slayers, but you know, they did a damn good job. Even, you know, without mainstream much attention, they did get 2 Grammys. That's something. And I think from seeing them live and from listening to them for quite a while, I'm really glad that they're able to retire on their own terms and that they're able to at least deliver one last album. But yeah, that's going to be it for music. Yeah, we're going to hand it off to Naka, and I have graced you with a meme to usher in the video game section.
Indeed you have. And it's about to get a little ranty up in here, so if anybody has, like... Anybody else hear that?
What's going on?
Anybody else hear that rustling?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're painting downstairs and they're just moving a tarp. I wanted to be silent for that, just to say, hey, there's people in the house.
And just keep going.
So
Nice.
today, because I felt it so appropriate, and I have the wrong link posted or queued up, or the wrong thing queued up, we're going to be talking about GPU cost, graphic processing unit cost, and cryptocurrency mining. Yep. I'm all over the place today. So, I want to touch on this briefly, and when I said briefly, I meant I'm going to go on a rant for a few minutes. Recently, there's been a huge surge in cryptocurrency mining. People have been building PCs to quote-unquote mine cryptocurrency, such as Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Jetcoin, which is only worth like $0.00. That's a joke that my friends and I made up. And if you haven't been paying attention, at one point Bitcoin was at like 19 grand or something per Bitcoin. Now it's at like 6.5. And that's a massive crash. That's like a stock market crash. It's the recession all over again. And we have a crisis on our hands. GPUs, also known as graphics cards, have skyrocketed in price. Also, herp-de-dirt, Elon Musk sent a Tesla Roadster into space. Skyrocket. They've skyrocketed in price. What killed the Ice Age? The football. Basically, graphics cards prices have shot up, and there's pretty much nothing out there on the shelves right now or in stock. On February 6th, which was 5 days ago, I walked into the local Fry's Electronics in Renton, Washington to get a grasp at how drastic the situation is. Let's just say prices are super inflated, and there's little to no stock on the shelf. All I could buy would have been downgrades anyway. Pretty much all other graphics cards were out of stock and at least 40% more expensive than they were the previous time I was in there. And that was when they were on sale.
God.
Cryptocurrency miners
people are just buying those so they can just leave it mining Bitcoin. The other meme I was considering getting was like the meme of when you're in the coma and you wake up and it's like, you've been in coma for 9 months. He's like, oh boy, I wonder how much my Bitcoin's worth.
Yeah. But cryptocurrency miners bought heckin' graphics cards in bulk, which is what cryptocurrency mining is predominantly powered on, causing a shortage for both physical and digital retailers such as Amazon. I've got a friend who lives in the Northeast who saw a Craigslist ad for a typical graphics card miners would use that gamers use.
Really?
It's an NVIDIA GTX 1070 or 1060, something like that.
Okay.
The ad Littered all over the ad, the seller has said no mining whatsoever. I can smell a miner over the phone. This has not been used for mining. I need some money for right now. Do not use this to mine. When it comes to the point that Craigslist ads are saying you are not allowed to cryptocurrency mine with this, that's bad. And if I wanted to go out and upgrade my PC, I might as well buy a brand new pre-built computer to get the hardware from.
I see.
And then just have a spare rig. That is how it's basically, you're better off buying a new computer instead of building one on your own.
So
because of
basically,
cryptocurrency miners.
Wow. So basically, like what you're saying is it's better just to go to a random Best Buy, as much as I think they're the devil, and buy probably the best computer that you think is the best, as opposed to building a custom PC computer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's probably, you're saying GPUs are going to be on back order. I mean, is it the GPU or the CPU is like basically the brain of the computer?
The CPU is the brain. The GPU is what basically drives all the processing for video games like Grand Theft Auto and shit.
Yeah.
Just a quick question: how expensive were GPUs as opposed to what they are now? Because I don't know what they are. I know they go in like a computer or a monitor or something like that. But I don't know
goes in the computer. Yeah, the only thing I know about it, the only reason I know the CPU is the brain is because Jacksepticeye played a CPU building simulator once, and also congrats Jack on 18 million subscribers. I love you. What?
I mean, for example, the GTX 1080, which is very popular, it normally retails for about $700. Actually, wait, no, it retails for about $650 or $600.
Okay.
It was $1,000.
Damn. So it went up by 40%.
It went up $400.
So basically, as Bitcoin stock goes down, the prices of GPU go up because of how many people are buying
prices
them.
of Bitcoin went up. People wanted to invest and build machines, so they bought all these things. It caused, such a demand for it that, companies were able to charge more for these.
I don't even know how to mine Bitcoin, and quite frankly, I'm afraid to mine it.
Just don't. It's too risky.
I'm just not getting into it.
It's just not worth the risk to mine cryptocurrency unless you actually know what the hell you're going to do.
And if you're willing...
how long does it even take to mine cryptocurrency?
It all depends on your build and what's going on. It's such an unknown to even me that I don't even want to think about it.
Have you heard of Cookie Clicker?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, but not a game, I think.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I don't really have much to say on cryptocurrency because I know that there are some people who use it, but I've never heard of the term mining Bitcoin until like
a month ago.
I don't know, I'm really surprised this is becoming a big thing, and thank God it's finally dying down now that
I've known about Bitcoin since like 2010. It's just been something that's been floated around. It's like maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. And I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, same here.
There's actually a story on Reddit that somebody took out a loan from a loan shark for 40 grand, bought 2 Bitcoin when they were $19,000, and then posted on Reddit when it crashed. It's like, my life is in the hands of Bitcoin because I was told that it would go up to 50 to 60 grand by the end of the year, and I think that guy's dead now.
It's basically like. Well, it's essentially as close as you'll get to IRL loot box type gambling,
right?
And so it's basically gambling at this point. And
that makes sense.
It's
never gambling if you buy in.
Yeah, I've never cared about getting into because I would have no use for it. I mean, other than what regular money could take care of.
I mean, hell, if I got into Bitcoin when it was like 2 cents per Bitcoin, dropped $100 on it, I'd be plenty rich. But guess what? I can't do that.
Yeah, because it's not 2010 anymore, so there's no point in doing it.
I remember,
but anyway,
College Humor did a video. It's like 3 or 4 years ago. This is when I first heard of Bitcoin. It's like the guy comes to Google. It's like how to buy Bitcoin, and then he comes back later. How to unbuy Bitcoin.
Anyway, I don't have much to say on cryptocurrency mining. Krüz.
Yeah, it's about the same as loot boxes. It's a bad idea.
Yeah. Anyway.
You could get really rich or really poor, or just both.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No. Or break even. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, Naka, that's all we have to say.
Sometimes when I wipe, I wipe, I wipe, I wipe, I wipe, and I wipe 100 times. Still poop. Still poop. It's like I'm wiping a marker or something. Well, maybe we can figure that out for you. That's from that's an outtake from Parks and Recreation.
Nice. I keep wiping and wiping. It's like a marker.
It's like I'm wiping a marker or something. Chris Pratt he is just a genuine good guy. Anyway, continuing on, we have some big news coming out of PlayStation Land. Kaz Hirai is stepping down as CEO of Sony.
Aww.
Oh,
he looks like such a cool.
That's
he looks
great.
like such a cool guy.
Hold on.
What's great?
Oh, the image that was on screen turned out to be one of my meme images that we did last stream.
Oh, really?
You used that same stock image? Nice.
No. Anyway, as an unexpected turn of events we've got in our hands, Kaz Hirai, current CEO of Sony, is going to be resigning at the beginning of the 2018 Japanese fiscal year, which happens to be April 1st, 2018. Happy April Fool's Day, motherfuckers. Company executive Kenichiro Yoshida will become his successor, while Hirai will become director and chairman of Sony. He led Sony through a great time, both financially and emotionally, and feels like this is the time to pass the baton of success to Yoshida. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to turn up the gain real quick and go get a drink from my fridge, which is 5 feet away.
Okay.
Yep. It's the same for me.
This
It's
could be good.
I think mine's like
Could be
actually
bad.
It's like 6 feet.
You never know.
I just have to like.
It could be bad.
I just have to dive across my. That's me. I just gotta dive across my room.
So 3 people.
Open the mini fridge and then come back.
Anyway, continue going.
Sony's doing pretty well, so much so that Microsoft might be scrambling to pick up a big name publisher for exclusive titles for Microsoft products only, something like EA or Activision or something, but that's still kind of speculation. Only time will tell. So your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a little bit of it's a little sad to see Kaz Hirai go. Not go as in he's dead, but go as in like he's pretty much semi-retired from Sony now.
He's stepping down. I don't think he's not. Doesn't seem like he's leaving. He's just well, he's doing something else until he retires.
Well, that's why I said semi-retired. But yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, and good on you for finding a picture of him, Krüz.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, I was very surprised to hear this news. Hopefully, Sony will go in a really good direction. It'll stay strong with a new person in Torch, much like when I forgot who was the head of Nintendo before.
Iwata. Yeah.
Well, it was Iwata. Took
about
this
Iwata.
well,
he passed.
I didn't forget. That's not the person that I'm thinking of. It's the person before Iwata.
It was a different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Iwata.
Hiroshi Yamauchi, that one.
The person before Iwata.
Yeah. But anyway, it's sad to see him leave. Hopefully, the next person will take a better place. Will take his place and pass the torch along, and hopefully light up the torches, because that's what I have to say. And
light up the torches and wake up the king. Yeah, sorry.
As for you, Krüz?
Yeah, I just started singing Wolves. Yeah, I have limited experience with PlayStation. I've played some PlayStation games, just Battlefront and what's it called? The last Mortal Kombat. I don't know. Hopefully it'll work out well for them. They've got good momentum on their side with Shadow of the Colossus coming out with on PS4. That seemed to be a pretty good boost for them. So at the very least, they'll be riding that wave forward. I mean, it got 9.7 from IGN, so I mean, they're on a roll right now. So he retired or semi-retired under good conditions.
Yeah.
Not leaving someone captain of a sinking ship.
And do you have anything else to say regarding his retirement, Naka?
No, because I do not have PlayStation. I only have a PS3 that I use for Gran Turismo and PlayStation 1 games.
Really? Like, you don't even play like other PS3 games? Wow, just come on, broaden your horizons, Naka.
Broaden your horizons.
Why do you think I have EA access for the Xbox One so I can play more games like Skate 3?
Oh, knock.
Oh,
knock,
yes.
knock. Anyway,
Skate 3.
that's all I have to say regarding Kaz Hirai. We can move on.
Speaking of PlayStation, because this is related to the image we got, Dynasty Warriors 9.
Yeah. I unintentionally found the PS4 versions of it, but it is on Xbox too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dynasty Warriors 9 is a hack and slash game with stealth elements. This title will revamp gameplay of the series with the introduction of the open world environment. Oh my god. A traversable map of China will be implemented, which the player can freely roam on foot, horseback, or boat. Though the game will focus on livable environments such as cities and towns, as well as places where large battles take place, like the middle of two
You are not
valleys.
the captain of this boat.
Shut up.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
Krüz. No, continue, Naka.
The character's moveset combinations are also planned to be revised. The player can invade and infiltrate enemy fortifications with the utilization of a grappling hook. A day-night cycle and dynamic weather system will also feature in the game. Wow, it only took him 9 titles, minus spin-offs.
Mm-hmm.
Time and weather, which means time and weather now change in real time, and enemy vision is affected at nighttime or when it is raining. Gee, I didn't think so.
It's actually, or is it actually affected, or is it as finicky as Wolfenstein 2? It's like
it doesn't say.
Yeah.
The map will advance in time. The map will advance in time when main story missions are completed, but are described as having a high degree of difficulty, which can be lowered by completing associated side missions. The player can customize and decorate hideouts with furniture bought from merchants, so fake designer chairs that you can get for $3 on the street market. I'm not saying that to make fun. That is actual truth. I have actually seen that happen. I've lived it. I'm retelling my story. Certain items have different effects that are maybe also vital to your success. For example, placing a gong in the house and interacting with it will allow the player to change the background music. Tea houses found in the game can advance time to provide food that can be used to temporarily raise the stats of playable characters, such as raising their attack strength or increasing the height of their jump. The game will include fishing, collecting resources to upgrade weapons and characters, camping, and other recreational events as well, so a different version of Minecraft. Each character in the game will have their own individual ending. Oh my god, you're gonna have to play it 87 times.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh, that's 10 times worse than Star Fox Command on the DS.
Shadow the Hedgehog, where you have to play the game 10 times to get all 10 endings.
Oh god, don't remind me.
On the 13th of February for PS4, PC, and Xbox. So happy Valentine's Day. I'd playing Dynasty Warriors 9, except I'm not.
So anyway, yeah, I've never been into the Dynasty Warriors games. I heard that the Hyrule Warriors games
Warriors is basically Dynasty Warriors, The Legend of Zelda.
They're from the same maker, I think.
Yeah, they're from the same maker, but I actually heard they're pretty good. At least for me, I'm not too sure, but I don't know.
I think I actually had, was it Star Fox Command or Star Fox? No, it wasn't Star Fox Zero. That was a different one. Yeah, the DS game was kind of infuriating to play. Just like the control of the R wing was just retarded, with the stylus having to like fucking spiral so you could attack. I'm like, I'm doing it correctly. Fuck you, DS. Fuck you for not registering the thing.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say regarding Dynasty Warriors. I know that there are some people who really like playing Dynasty Warriors. Unfortunately, I am not one of those people because I don't have any Dynasty Warriors games. So
I don't either. But, I mean, I think if a series has gone up, like, I'm kind of on the boat with what Outside Xbox said about it. Like, they had little experience with it, but if this is the 9th game in that series, then they're probably doing pretty well for themselves.
Yeah. What do you have to say regarding this? I know you're probably not going to get it.
I already said my piece.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to move on to the next one?
Yes.
This one
Czechoslovakia is going to rise again. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Czechoslovakia's pride.
Kingdom Come Deliverance is an upcoming action role-playing game, action RPG, developed by Warhorse Studios and published by Deep Silver for PS4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows, set to be released on the 13th of February. It is set in the medieval kingdom of Bohemia, an imperial state of the Holy Roman Empire, which with a focus on historically accurate and realistic content. Top notch.
Yes. European history is my wheelhouse, baby.
Kingdom Come Deliverance is a single-player experience with branching quest lines and a highly interactive world, encouraging emergent gameplay. It will feature period-accurate armors and clothing, so no less armor for women characters does not equal a higher armor stat.
Ah, I see.
Like a lot of RPGs. And real combat techniques and real world castles recreated with the assistance of architects and historians. The game will also contain period-accurate music recorded by Czech musicians. It seems like a very interesting action RPG, and it's a style you don't really see anymore. Czech Republic RPG? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at this particular game, and I was surprised that this did not feel like a Telltale game. So I'm very interesting. So it's very interesting to see. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be getting it, but yeah, I like it for what it is. I like what it brings to the table if people are interested. And do you have anything else to say, Krüz?
I'm really I'm happy they, went the extra mile for the historical accuracy, not just in terms of the events, but also the actual structure of the buildings, the music. So I remember when I visited the college I go to right now, one of the classes I just shadowed on was something about Eastern European history or something, and we spent the whole class basically listening to Bulgarian folk music, which was pretty interesting. So that's kind of what I imagine here. But what I like about this game is that I saw Outside Xbox talk about this, and that there's basically no HUD on this game, no heads-up display. Basically, all you have is a compass. I don't think there's a health indicator. There's no health regen. It's basically as real-world stats as you could get. It's like the Call of Duty World War II, that they botched the health regen, but then they went a step further, and it's like, I'm assuming you can have like your arm lopped off and then have to only fight with one arm after that. So yeah, it's a very grueling and brutal experience with that, and I appreciate the effort they put into it for that measure and historically. So I might actually get this because it's coming to Xbox. So I don't know. I don't have the money to get it right now, but I'm very interested in this because of the historical standpoint, and I need to play more RPGs.
Yeah. That's all you have to say?
Yep. Peace.
And do you have anything else to say regarding this game?
I'd rather like to keep moving along. It's very interesting. I might pick it up, but I'm gonna need a job first.
Yeah. Well, we can move on to the next one.
All right. I was actually not given an image for this, so I had to improvise.
But I did.
No, you didn't. This was not sent in either of the .zip files that you sent me, because you are the image creator. So
I swear I might have lost it when I transferred them, but fuck.
So improvised.
It wasn't really that good of an image. It was literally just the logo for the game, the text logo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You aren't missing much.
But I improvised with this, and we're going to be talking about FE, Oh my god,
think it's
furries!
Faye.
Oh, okay, that was a joke. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I can say
I
this.
think
This very
it's
much
Faye.
this very much reminds me of Ori and the Blind Forest. Again, excited for that sequel, but same kind of art style except 3D.
Right.
Yeah.
And yes, I decided to use an image I made over the break for this image because I decided, hey, I need to show off my creative ability too.
Yes.
Creative as shit.
I'm just
Wait,
gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it Faye. So Faye is an
you're
action adventure game.
using an image of a car to describe the video game that has nothing to do with cars.
Shut up.
He's doing his best, okay?
All right, well, continue. I'll go with it, but continue.
He's doing his best.
Mia Faye is an action-adventure game in which the player controls Faye, a fox-like creature within a forest that is highly responsive to the songs of the creatures and plants within it. The forest creatures are being attacked by entities called the Silent Ones for unknown reasons that threaten the forest's wildlife. Sounds like an American... It sounds like some sort of global warming scam. I'm kidding. Maya Faye is able to sing to other creatures and objects as to gain their help. These creatures can teach Misty Faye a new song, which gives the fox additional abilities through the forest, such as activating a flower that acts as a jump pad to launch Pearl Faye to higher locations and explore more of the world. Alright, I'm just making sure. There's only 2 more and I don't have enough names for it. The game is noted to have minimal instructions, requiring the player to experiment and to perceive the forest's ecosystem to determine how to progress instead of a set of objectives. So it's kind of like a boy and his blob.
Yeah. That's a lot like what I'm thinking of. It's most similar to Rhyme. There's like no objective. There's no indication of what you're supposed to do. You literally just have to walk around and try shit out, which I like that kind of another minimalist style.
All right, I'm not done. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just need to. One example requires the player to observe that one species of bird likes a certain type of flower, suggesting they might be able to use the bird's song to interact in a different manner than if they use the flower's song. Faye has been favorably compared to Journey and Shadow of the Colossus, which recently got remastered.
Yep.
For this hands-off approach to gameplay. The Faye & Co. Law Offices releases on the 16th for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
So I'm just going to take this time and say they're using a recognizable song called Dirty Paws. And yes, it's a song that I actually recognize from the trailer of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It's an average movie.
Yeah. This is ground control to Major Tom.
That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but anyway, Faye. I'm looking at it. It kind of gives me that. It's kind of giving me that vibe of Ori and the Blind Forest, but
yep.
I have not played either of those games, but this looks very, very interesting. Krüz, please. Anyway, I don't have anything. I don't have anything else to say regarding this trailer, but I do really like the art style and the visual style. But that's all I have to say regarding Faye. Now, what do you have to say, Krüz?
Yeah, my only conflict is whether to get this for Switch or Xbox One, just whatever's cheaper. I got Rocket League for Switch because that was like literally $5 cheaper.
And you can take it with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can still play with cross-platform players. You can play with people on Xbox and whatnot. Yeah, I think I might get this for the Switch just because I liked playing Ori, but I didn't like having to just play it on Xbox, even though it's a beautiful game. The music, the art is beautiful. This is very much like if Ori and the Blind Forest met Rhyme. That game, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, it's Rime. Yeah, I really like the look of this game. Kind of a just minimalist adventure, furry, pandering game. What's not to love about it?
Yeah. So what do you have to say regarding? Do you have anything else to say regarding this particular game? Naka, would you?
It's interesting.
Would you
yes,
invest
it's
it?
not
Okay.
something that I would immediately pick up and play. I have other games I actually need to play first. I've got like 100 games in my Steam library I need to play first before I actually buy new ones.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it would be on
All
one
right.
that I would. Yes. It would be on one that I would. Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay, there we go.
Oh God! Look what Shutter just wrote. It's so funny.
I forgot what we were talking about.
No. The next one. The next one above.
Kofefe. You say kofefe, I say kofafi.
Anyway.
Can we move on?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're moving on to Secret of Mana, which is for PS4 and PS Vita. Who still has a Vita? I want to know
nice.
that.
I have not found anyone who has a PS Vita. Honestly, it's like the Nintendo Switch is like the dominant the dominant portable system. But keep going.
It was made during Square Enix's period as Square, but because it's being published by Square Enix, it's technically considered a Square Enix title, even though it was made when they were Square.
And we just call it Square anyway. But let's just continue.
Like many other RPGs of the 16-bit era, Secret of Mana displays a top-down perspective in which player characters navigate the terrain and fight off hostile creatures, so your typical RPG. The game features 3 such characters: the hero, the girl, and the sprite, named Randy, Prim, and Popoy. Outside the initial North American and European releases, the player can choose to control each of the characters at any time. Whichever character is currently selected, the other 2 companions are controlled via AI. However, the game may be played simultaneously by up to 3 players, and this is for the Super Nintendo, made possible by the Super Multitap accessory for the Super Nintendo, which allows you to plug in more than 2 controllers. Strange, seeing as how most RPGs are 1 player. Each character possesses individual strengths and weaknesses. They have their own unique skill set. Basically, you need to level up to get improvements in areas like strength, magic, evasion, all that kind of stuff. The trio can rest in towns where they can regain hit points or purchase restorative items and equipment. Options such as changing equipment, casting spells, all that kind of stuff is performed by cycling through the game's ring commands, a circular menu, which hovers over the currently controlled party member. The game is paused whenever the ring appears. Combat takes place in real time.
It does, but Shutter said Princess Mononella. I can't pronounce that. Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke.
Yes, that.
Yeah, but anyway, I was.
Yeah, it's kind of
like done.
Okay, fine.
Go on.
Combat takes place in real time. Located at the bottom of the screen is a power bar, a gauge that determines the amount of damage done to an enemy when attacking. No shit. Swinging a weapon causes the gauge to empty and then quickly recharge, allowing the character to attack at full strength. The party wields 8 different types of weaponry: sword, spear, bow, axe, boomerang, which is very stupid, glove, again, stupid, whip.
The glove is a
javelin.
weapon. Okay.
All
Glove,
weapons
whip,
can
and
be
javelin.
upgraded 8 times, and repeated use of a weapon increases its skill to a maximum of 8, unlocking a new special attack with each level. Oh my god, it's like Pokemon. Weapons are upgraded with weapon orbs, which are found in dungeons or earned by defeating certain bosses. The player takes each orb to a blacksmith located in most towns, who uses it to reforge a weapon. This new 3D remake releases for PS4, PS Vita, and Windows PC, in case you don't want to play it on your PS Vita, am I right, guys? On the 15th of February.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
your typical 16-bit RPG that's been remade into a 3D world, so Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a what do you call it? A chibi Xenoblade, more or less.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know about you, but would you? I mean, like, I've never played The Secret of Mana on the original Super Nintendo, so this is very interesting for me. I'm not too sure if I should play it because a lot of people said that the RPG is actually very good, but I'm like, really? Like, I'm trying to play it, but it feels so different playing it from other things. But I don't know. Would you consider getting this game, Naka?
Potentially.
Okay. And as for you, Krüz?
I love how it's on everything that I don't own, like PS4, PS Vita, and Windows. I still have a Windows PC, but it's basically essentially just dead. I refuse to touch it anymore because it sucks. But
yeah, the 3DS is way better, right?
Yeah, it's interesting that I found that not only PS4 but a European PS4, because I've gotten some games as gifts from people from my friends from the UK, and that little 7 there. That's how they do their ratings thing for the age. Fun little stupid fact for you, but I do like the look of this game. Obviously, can't really play it, but it does look really nice.
All right, can I move on?
Yeah.
You've got a big section, and I would like to eat before 10:30 tonight.
Yeah. All right. Well.
So we're moving on to our final video game related stuff of the week, with Bayonetta 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch, announced at the Game Awards, because yay! The hack and slash series that has become very well known is coming out for the Switch, along with the third title. Announced at the Game Awards 2017, Bayonetta 1 and 2 are being released for the Switch. Bayonetta is the glamorous female lead, using her shape-shifting hair to attack enemies and save the world. Somehow this game isn't rated adults only because the developers realized, oh shit, we need to not show boobs and vagina. Or
show bobs and vagina. They just show ass.
Let's just make it so her hair doesn't move from those spots.
Yeah.
Genius! Now we can sell this game. Dude! Fill in the blank for what you want to put for that dude section. I myself don't want to spoil Bayonetta because I still haven't played it, and I should. So go play it for yourself, whether it's on one of the systems that it's already out on, which is like 1,000,000,004, or when it drops for the Switch on the 16th, you'll be in for a heckin' ride.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to get this game. It's selling out. It's actually selling at my GameStop, and I should definitely try and get this game. I've never played any of the Bayonetta games, so this will be interesting for me, but I can only hope that it'll actually be a very, very good game. That for me, that's all I have to say regarding that. What do you have to say regarding this game, Krüz?
Yeah, I just looked through just now at the eShop and saw the price for the games. Bayonetta, I think, is like half the price of Bayonetta 2. I think they're supposed to be selling them in a bundle, but I didn't see a bundle.
Yeah, if you actually buy Bayonetta 2 on the physical copy, which why would you ever want to get a digital copy? Digital copies suck. You can actually comes with the
the only downside of it is it takes up a shitload of space on your Switch.
What does?
Digital games. Like I have Xenoblade.
Yeah, 256 gigabyte SD card.
Yeah.
A 256 gigabyte mini SD card.
I think they actually have those. Yeah,
they make those.
Yeah,
that's
you cram a lot of shit in that little card.
Actually, it's micro SD. Also, good night, Nero. Have a good night in Finland land or Iceland land, wherever. It's one of the northern European countries that is dark at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Good luck in Pyeongchang, by the way, guys.
Yeah, but mini SD cards are so expensive.
Some of them I got one that was pretty
micro
cheap.
SD card.
It was pretty cheap, and it was one that came with a SD adapter because I couldn't find a separate one.
Micro, mini, I don't give a fuck. They're depends on which one you get. They're really expensive.
Well, the more storage it has, the more expensive it is. But it's not terribly expensive, as considering what it is. I mean, the little micro SD I got basically has just enough storage for Xenoblade on it. So, and what you can do is you can like take out that cartridge and then put in another SD card that has a different game on it and play those games.
On Amazon,
right.
you can get yourself a 64 gigabyte micro SD card from SanDisk for $23.80 with Prime.
And
yeah, I think I got mine for like
I don't
10.
have Amazon Prime.
What is
Why would
wrong
I
with
ever
you,
get
man?
Amazon Prime? Dude, Amazon Prime is expensive. I don't have time nor the necessary cash to spend $100 a year just to get a few things cheap and yet still have to pay the same price.
Well, that also includes, I think, the video streaming.
It includes the video streaming, which is what I abuse.
Oh well,
I mean, for the Samsung, if you want the Samsung version instead of the SanDisk, you can pay $26. But because it's Samsung, it's never gonna fucking break.
What's the difference between Samsung and SanDisk? They're all the same thing, at least to me. But I don't know.
No, they're not.
No, well, I wouldn't know. I mean, I bought a SanDisk for my Nintendo 3DS XL, a mini SanDisk, and it works just fine because it never leaves the game. So why would I ever want to take it out? Anyway, I don't have much to say regarding Bayonetta 1 and 2. I really want to get these games. I haven't played it because I have a lot of video games that I need to play, but right now I'm focusing mainly on Breath of the Wild because I'm a huge Zelda fan, and yeah, that's all I have to say.
And you can play it at work.
We'll think about that. Anyway,
that is all for video games this week. There's only one notable thing that's coming out, and we don't know anything about it. That would be supposed to be on this Tuesday, which is the 13th. We're supposed to be getting a Forza 7 DLC, but I will cover that next week if it does come out. If it doesn't, I'll just be like, hey, there was no Forza 7 DLC. I was wrong.
Okay.
But that is all for video games. Time to go on to 5.5 to 4.5 pages of movies with Scarfy.
Yeah, guys. Now I know what you're thinking. Scarfy, why is your movie section so goddamn long?
You're an asshole and an egotist.
It's a goddamn long.
No.
Testament song, by the way.
You're an egotistical asshole who wants the center of attention.
It's because of the Academy Awards.
Dick.
Yeah, it's one of those things. But before I get to that, I just want to mention something.
You could have covered them the week before the show.
Well, I could have, but there's a problem. That before Sunday had the Super Bowl, so I couldn't really do it, and people would not pay attention to our show. They would be paying attention to the Super Bowl. But we'll get to that later.
The week before the Oscars happened, you could cover all this stuff.
On last episode, is that what you're saying?
Are the Oscars next week?
No, the Oscars are like in March. Dude.
What I'm saying is the show, the week before the Oscars, we're going to be having a show. That is correct.
Well,
you could have just covered it then and not now.
Well, I wanted to get it out of the way, so it's fine. Let's just continue where we're going. So over the break, I ended up seeing only a few films, but I have a reason as to why, because most of the films that I saw are going to be discussed in my next topic, which we'll get into a bit later. So let's talk about the films unfortunately unrelated to my topic. The films that I saw over the winter, The Greatest Showman, apparently one of the songs got like 21 million views on YouTube. Like, people are really saying that this movie is actually really good. Honestly, guys,
I
don't really see much in it. I thought it was okay at best.
I heard that, and this was just my mom was watching Ellen. Apparently, Hugh Jackman was talking about going on tour with the music. I'm like, was it that good? I don't know. I mean, it looks like a movie even I would want to see just because of Hugh Jackman being Hugh Jackman. But I think, I don't know. But yeah, I think we did see some of the same movies. The only one I think that I saw other than your list, which I didn't see Disaster Artist though. I still need to. But I saw Darkest Hour, which I highly recommend because Gary Oldman was fucking amazing in that movie.
We'll talk about that later. I saw Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. I mean, it's about as what you expected from it. Honestly,
I think it's as good as they
guys.
could have done without Robin Williams. It's as good as they could have done without Robin Williams. That's all I'll say.
Wait, you saw the movie?
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it. It made attempts to just pay respects to the original, because it was a board game and then it changed into a game cartridge for the modern age, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really have much to say regarding this.
Shit.
Oh, I gotta turn this off. Okay, all right, perfect. The Disaster Artist. Did you guys see this movie?
I had no time to watch movies.
You
except
never
for
have
Baby Driver. I never have time.
You never have time, man. You never have time. What about you, Krüz?
I was trying to ask people to go see it with me, but I think that was one we just couldn't find a time for. So we ended up seeing Jumanji instead.
Oh, okay. And as for Star Wars: The Last Jedi, I actually ended up seeing. A lot of people like it. A lot of people didn't really like it. Did you see it, Naka?
No. Reason why is because we were going to go see it as a family, and then my family decided, we're not going to go see it. We're not going to make plans at all, even though we said we were going to.
Yeah, that's what I'm always worried about dealing with. But I did get to go see it with my cousins. Better than Force Awakens, not as good as Rogue One. I'll put it that way.
Or Empire.
Yeah, Empire's my
We're talking about
favorite.
the new movies that have come out since 2015.
Yeah.
God.
You know that. Anyway. Anyway, guys, do you want me to move on to our next set of news?
What, the 90th Academy Award nominees? Yes.
That is correct. Well, folks, the 2018 90th Academy Awards nominees are finally here, with the awards ceremony being just around the corner, and will be hosted again by Jimmy Kimmel and take place at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles on March 4th, which will start at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I think this time is the celebrity gossip time, also known as the internet getting impatient and wants to move on to the award ceremony where people give awards to themselves, simply known as the red carpet, which is very pandering, but they make great Brock stubs out of them. I'll give it that.
Rock stub.
Let's move forward. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go over every category. I do apologize. I wish we could, but if there's anything that you'd particularly like to talk about with us regarding the nominees, just look at the link above and we'll be sure to let you know. We'll instead talk about the two most important categories, starting with Best Animated Feature in alphabetical order, followed by the film distributor as well as country they're from. For Best Animated Feature Film, the nominees are The Boss Baby, DreamWorks Animation Studios, United States. The Breadwinner.
It's going to take me a while to copy and paste all these.
That's fine. I'm going to be reading. The Breadwinner, Cartoon Saloon, Ireland. Coco, Walt Disney Pixar Animation Studios, United States. Ferdinand, Blue Sky Studios, United States. And Loving Vincent, Breakthrough Films, United Kingdom. Sadly, for me, and probably for all of us,
Boss Baby deserves to be covered up by a chat.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we have kind of already know who is going to win, since the Best Animated Feature is usually and unfortunately known as the Pixar Award. I think it's a pretty safe bet to say that Coco is easily going to take this award. No questions asked, guys. The
Breadwinner does look interesting, but it looks like it's too much of an indie film to win this. I think Coco's.
Well, have you seen any of Cartoon Saloon's works? I haven't seen The Breadwinner, but if you ever get a chance to watch Cartoon Saloon's other animated works, that is like The Secret of Kells or Song of the Sea, please do, because you will not be disappointed in them. Loving Vincent, unfortunately, I haven't seen, and I wish I have, but I knew
think it had
it was
a super
probably
limited release.
Yeah, and it was only released in the UK as far as I'm concerned. But this is a super limited release, so I'm not too sure exactly what this film would how this film even got up there. As for As for the Boss Baby, how the hell did this movie get up here? I mean, there could have been 2 animated films in particular that could have taken this film's place. The Lego Batman movie,
purely because of Alec Baldwin,
got snubbed just as the Lego movie did, or Captain Underpants, which is another DreamWorks creation that is also a far superior film. I don't understand, but whatever. And as for Ferdinand, I honestly don't know how this movie got up there, but
John Cena.
Coco,
John Cena.
Yeah, pretty much. Coco is going to take this award, no questions asked.
I can tell you 2 things about Loving Vincent. I can tell you guys 2 things about Loving Vincent. First, it is the first fully painted animated feature film. They had something like... They had each of the films, 65,000 frames, is an oil painting on canvas using the same technique as Van Gogh, created by a team of 125 painters.
It looks like it'd be the cut scenes of Rock of Ages, that game, like in that style. It kind of looks like that.
For the record, Naka, that sounds incredible. And from what you're explaining to me, the art style, that would sound beautiful and gorgeous.
It's like Cuphead level stuff. I mean, and that's hand drawn stuff. So
yeah. I am pretty sure that the chat is going to agree that Coco's going to take this film. No questions asked, right, chat? I'm pretty sure Coco's going to take it. What do you have? Do you think Coco's going to take this film? No questions asked, guys.
Probably.
Yeah, I still need to see it. But I already kind of like it just from the look and also from the, adherence to guitar playing accuracy in music. So I kind of hope it wins because it looks like it's actually a really well done film for Pixar.
Yeah. So basically, if any other animated film takes it, I'll be honestly surprised, and we'll definitely watch the film or why it deserved to win. So we'll just see what happens. Is that all you guys have to say?
Yes. Let's move on because I still have a lot of copy and pasting to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do. Now we're going to talk about the Best Picture nominees in alphabetical order, followed by the director of the film. Just real quick, I would like you to, if it's possible, could you alternate between the 2 slides that Krüz made, because we're going to be talking back and forth regarding this one, because unfortunately, as Krüz did his very best, but unfortunately we were only able to get all of. We were not able to get
one screen.
Yeah. I did them in the order.
Yeah, pretty much.
I did them in the order that they were listed. Yeah. Which isn't necessarily alphabetical.
I'd see. Unfortunately, Call Me by Your Name is going to be covered up.
But that's perfectly fine. We'll talk about it. But anyway,
I can see
the nominees for Best Picture are Call Me by Your Name, Luca Guadagnino, Darkest Hour, Joe Wright, Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan, Get Out, Jordan Peele, Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig, Phantom Thread, Paul Thomas Anderson, The Post, Steven Spielberg, The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Martin McDonagh. So I got some great news. I have seen 7 of the 9 total nominees for Best Pictures award. Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards. I have yet to see Call Me by Your Name or Darkest Hour, which Krüz actually took the time to go see, being a history buff, but I'll ask him about it later. As far as I'm concerned, the Best Picture nominee is fair game. If I had to choose which film I think deserves it most, it would be a tie. The first film I think has a shot is Get Out, which at first I didn't really want to see because I'm not really much of a horror fan. But after the overwhelming response from audiences, as well as garnishing a Best Picture nominee from a horror film, no less, I had to see what it was. And I saw it, and it didn't disappoint. I'm just ashamed I didn't see this film in theaters because of, how I'm not really a big fan of horror movies. The next film that I think is a very well done is Phantom Thread with Daniel Day-Lewis, his supposed final film role before retiring. I ended up in tears a couple times watching this because of how beautiful it really was. And Last but not least, Three Billboards is probably the most heartfelt out of all the films combined, dealing with real issues, but also being funny at the same time. My one problem, and this is a big one, the Disaster Artist isn't a nominee. Yeah, thanks, Oscars. Jeez. Guys, I don't know about you, but...
It's bullshit.
I know.
Damn it, James Franco. Why wouldn't you let him speak at the Emmys?
I know, right? But anyway, guys, what do you have to say regarding these nominees? Well, what nominee? I mean, I understand you haven't seen any of these films, Naka, and I really wish you had the time to go see them. But, you know, what do you have to say regarding these movies?
Honestly, my 3 picks would have to be Dunkirk, Darkest Hour, and just for the shit of it, The Post. Because
Oh, interesting. Did you see?
I haven't seen the 3 of them. I've heard fantastic things about them, and, you know, technically, The Post is technically a war movie, but it's also about government secrets and how the government itself conspired to hide things from itself that were never released to the public, which is a very interesting story on its own.
You know, a lot of people say that they should just pair up Dunkirk and Darkest Hour together.
I mean, you could really do that. You could just have Dunkirk and then Darkest Hour, one after another.
Yeah.
No credits. Just show the credits for both, side by side, at the end of Darkest Hour.
I know, like, I mean, it's the same...
Darkest Hour was essentially, like, behind the scenes of Dunkirk, like, what was going on the British side. Dunkirk shows what was going on the Western European
Or better yet, just coincide the two and just have a supercut. You get both movies in one.
Yeah, that would make a lot more. That would make a lot more sense. You know, I was really surprised Get Out actually won a Best Picture nominee because I was not expecting that at all.
Instead of The Disaster Artist.
I didn't see the whole movie. I just saw there's a channel that like called Dead Meat that counts like all the kills in like certain horror movies. They did Get Out. I saw like quite a few clips of it. It looks like it's more of a subtle kind of psychological horror than it is anything else, I guess. As for a horror movie getting a nod for that, I'm happy for. Although I think Mother was I really enjoyed that because that was freaky as shit.
I do hope you get the chance to see Get Out. In fact, I kind of want to just like send you a copy of Get Out, a digital copy, mind you, and just watch it tonight. But anyway,
see.
But
the only ones I've actually seen were Dunkirk and Darkest Hour. Dunkirk would be my first choice. I put Darkest Hour second, and as far as who I think deserves it, either Lady Bird or Phantom Thread. I think.
Really?
I think just on basis of the title or like the basis of it. But I thought Dunkirk was really well done, very immersive, very, you know, just grueling, a real kind of experience. And, you know, people had that stigma of like Christopher Nolan's directing this, he's either going to be really good or really bad. I think he fucking nailed it. All the action scenes, the acting was brilliant.
Well, he directed Inception. Let that speak for itself.
Blang.
Yeah.
Inception?
What?
Did you like? I said, did you like Inception? Is what I asked.
I wouldn't be making memes about Inception if I didn't like it.
All right. Well, I was just making sure. Honestly, I personally think all of these movies are pretty much fair game. The only thing that I really did not think deserved it was The Post. I saw the movie and I don't know what it was, but I just did not get enough out of it. I expected a lot more dramatic tension.
Yes,
characters. I'm not going to spoil it.
The Dunkirk dogfighting scenes are fucking legit.
That is correct.
Yeah. The Post.
Darvon! And here comes the giant fist!
The Post.
I actually have two things.
I have the Washington Post. That's a local paper for me, and normally I'd be like, okay, yeah, cool, local shit. But yeah, I'm just like the hyper virtue signaling of Meryl Streep, and then I mean, even though Tom Hanks is a great actor, I just don't know. It kind of just seems like they're trying too hard to be Oscar bait and kind of falling flat.
No. Like for me, like I saw Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep in the same room. When you put those two main actor and actresses in the same
chemistry,
room,
but I would have.
I felt like they could have had good chemistry. I felt like there could have been a Midas touch to it because everyone loves Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks, but I don't know. That's just me. These movie. Did you have anything to say, Naka?
I already said my piece.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't hear it, but anyway, honestly, I like it for what it is. We'll just have to see who wins. As I said before, the best picture run is anybody's game, and I can't wait to see the results. We'll have more time to come regarding this in a following episode, and I hope that as much as Joseph Fares said, "Fuck the Oscars," that you'll watch the Oscars anyway. I'm looking at you, Naka, and Krüz.
Fuck the Oscars.
Hey, the fact that we have a show separate for the... that we don't have a show for the Oscars, that says something, doesn't it?
Oh, and for your argument saying why didn't I put this on the date that we were going to be gone? Well, because we have a double show that day, so we couldn't really put this in when we have more than what we could already handle. So I just wanted to get this out of the way. Anyway, let's move on to our next subject at hand, which is our films being released for the week ahead.
Holy crap! Took us long enough.
God, like, all right. Now I have a reason for bringing up this particular film, but let's discuss it. Loveless is a 2017 Russian drama film directed by Andrei Zvyagintsev. The film was shot in Moscow with an international support after the Russian government disapproved of Zvyagintstev's 2014 film Leviathan. Loveless opened to critical acclaim, and it won the jury prize at the 2017 Cannes Film Festival. The film stars Mariana Spivak, Alexei Rozin, and Matvey Novikov. Now you may be wondering, well, Scarfy, why on earth did you put a Russian foreign film that nobody knows? Hold on.
What? Hold on. Hold on. What? You told me to hold on. I don't know what to hold on to.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something.
Did you have to go slap a deaf kid?
Yeah, no, not even that. Anyway, why did you put a Russian foreign film that nobody knows about into the agenda? Well, not only did it garnish a ton of awards, but it also is actually a nominee at the 90th Academy Awards as well as Best Foreign Language Film. And considering that we're a podcast that appreciate the finer things in life, not just things that are recognizable to us, I thought it was no better time to talk about it. So what's the plot? Xenia and Boris are going through a vicious divorce marked by resentment, frustration, and recriminations. Already embarking on new lives, each with a new partner, they are impatient to start again, to turn the page, even if it means threatening to abandon their 12-year-old son, Alyosha. Until after witnessing one of their fights, Alyosha disappears. The film is expertly shot and very well acted. I've watched a couple foreign films myself, and while I may not be the best connoisseur for films outside of the English language, it doesn't mean I can't take the time or at least attempt to like something I'm not used to seeing. I wouldn't be surprised if this film would be a film that is under my radar to see. The film will be released on February 16th in select theaters, so I would encourage you all to look online to see if this film is playing. If you're interested. What do you guys have to say?
Sukabliat.
Sukabliat.
No, that's just me being a shit poster. I honestly think,
do the Slav squat.
If it's garnered this much attention, it's definitely interesting that it did. All filmed in dash camera. That I actually would believe could happen in Russia. They could film an entire movie just from car crash cameras.
The best thing I've seen from that is people colliding head-on in an intersection. They both get out, don't even look at each other, and just walk in opposite directions. Like, fuck this, I'm late for work.
We both stole these cars. Let's go.
Yeah, just fuck it. I'm gone. Yeah. Fuck the insurance.
Yeah, I totally see what you're saying, and yeah, I'm kind of getting this vibe too. But like, do you like how the film is at least shot and displayed?
Yes, of course.
No, well, what do you like about it? What do you like about that?
Dude, I'm a sucker for abnormal cinematography.
No, yeah, I didn't know that you spend too much in your car parts.
Yeah, well.
Hold on, I'm gonna change one of these images real quick to a skybox picture that I took recently.
Just to show picture?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
No,
I know what a
show up
skybox
on
is.
this. Like, I'm a sucker for shots like this. You know, when it eventually loads up for you guys because you're watching the stream on delay, and this is hosting, so I can just be like, "Oh my god, it's right here." Let me know
totally
when
see what
that
you're
image is
saying.
up for you. Just tell me.
Okay. I will. This is the most interesting, riveting conversation we've ever had on set.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That is actually very nice. That is
That was
very
captured
beautiful.
in a car game. You notice how there's no cars in there? I took a picture of the sky at night because I
Aesthetic.
wanted that picture.
Oh,
That's
really?
dope.
Do you use that as your desktop image?
That looks like one of the space things on Mac.
That would be in Australia. No, I have another shot. I have another image.
Ooh.
Let's see.
The
This is my current desktop background, and then you guys will be able to see it. And that is in different car game, but still car game. You notice there's a plane in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You don't notice it yet, but you will when it comes on stream.
I can't believe we're spending so much time on this. Ah, Lord. Lordy, lordy. All right. Oh, it's a picture of a car. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Let's
so it's a
move
racket
on
to
to
me.
the next film.
Yeah. So
On it-
far,
Well, first off, go back to Loveless, and I wanted to know: would you see this film if it was released?
If I had time, very much potentially.
Do you? I need to ask you something. Do you just never have time to watch movies ever? Are you just always so busy? Always.
Yes, I have to worry about my car not breaking down. I gotta take care of the dog. Gotta do stuff for my class, and I have to do stuff for like not school but work related. Even though I technically don't have a job right now, I still need to do all the searching and shit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I would like to move on to our next film.
The nostalgia critic.
Wow,
I'll say
Very funny.
one last thing about Loveless. The camera cinematography, it reminds me of the bleakness of Ex Machina.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Anyway.
Kind of the bleak black and white kind of. It's not in black and white, but that kind of dry looking aesthetic. I don't know.
All right, let's move on. Wow, I get powerful emotions just looking at this trailer. Nostalgia is an upcoming American drama film directed by Mark Pellington and written by Pellington and Alex Ross Perry. It stars John Hamm, Nick Offerman, Amber Tamblyn, Patton Oswalt, Catherine Keener, Ellen Burstyn, Bruce Stern, John Ortiz, and James LaGrosse. It premiered at the Palm Springs International Film Festival on January 6, 2018. The film follows the lives of people connected through loss and analyzes the way people find love and solace in memories and objects they share with one another. The plot is about as simple as it can get, but I find it interesting that they have a lot of A-list actors in this film. And does this film really feel expertly shot and well acted? At least to me. The feels were had with this trailer, but I'd also like them to be had in the movie as well. Not much to say on this. The trailer and subject matter is about as simple as it can get, but I actually really do enjoy what it's trying to bring out on the trailer with said subject matter, emotion, and tone. Let's just hope it can do the same with this feature. The film releases February 16th as well. What do you guys have to say?
I don't want to do this kind of heartbreaky, feely shit. It's not my kind of movie.
Oh, well, could you at least give me a reason why? Well, aside from that, like
Guardians of
can
the
you notice-
Galaxy 2 made me cry for reasons that I think... I'm not going to get into reasons, but it made me cry. It wasn't because of like the action. It wasn't because of some stupid, dumbass comment that somebody would get offended by. No, it was actual, genuine emotion that was going through me, and I don't want to go through it again.
Yeah. It wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't. I have famously huge turds.
No, but really, what do you have to say regarding this movie? Like, do you like the way the trailer's shot? Do you at least like the subject matter it's trying to tell?
Oh, no doubt. It'll be fantastic, but I just don't want to sit through it, bawl my eyes out, and lose 5 pounds just by crying.
Well, emotions is human, dude.
It is human, but there comes a point where I don't want to sit through 2.5 hours of me just bawling my eyes out. I already do enough of that just to cry myself to sleep. Oh god. Oh god, it's coming back. The flashbacks. No. Why, God? Why? Why must you make me like this?
Anyway. Anyway, seriously though.
I don't know what I'm on tonight, but it's so fun.
What do you have to say regarding this?
Honestly, it does look like it's a fantastic movie. I wouldn't go just because I don't want my heart literally ripped out from me and have to, watch it die by crying on it for 2 hours, because that would be terrifying and sad.
I see what you mean. And as for you, Krüz?
Yeah, it would be for me a family film, but also one that might be more like Boyhood with like the real world kind of struggles of life kind of deal.
Yeah.
And other than that, I'm just hoping, the song that was playing kind of made me a little anxious about it being that kind of just, home hub for that like cheesy pop, like pseudo emotional song.
I see what you mean.
Kind of thing. Just, fuck that shit. But if it's real, then it's real. And then good job.
All right. Do you want me to move on to our next trailer?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Man, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen this art style, despite it being here. Early Man is a 2018 British stop-motion animated adventure comedy film directed by Nick Park. Really? His first feature film in a total of 13 years. Christ, that's long. And written by Mark Burton and James Higginson. Produced by Aardman Animations and BFI, and in association with Amazon Prime Instant Video, the film is co-financed by Aardman and Studio Canal. The film stars the voices of Eddie Redmayne, Tom Hiddleston, Maisie Williams, and Timothy Spall. Now, I'm pretty sure all of you, once you take a look at this trailer, or poster, if you so prefer, I would personally look at the trailer, but that's just me, you'll notice a certain clay that resembles another style. That's right, kids. Aardman is responsible for making not only the popular Wallace and Gromit shorts, but also responsible for making not only Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, but also films such as Chicken Run, Flushed Away, The Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists, that's an interesting title, and the Shaun the Sheep movie. Most, if not all of these films are very critically acclaimed, and we at S.E.T, let's just be for the record, Naka, Krüz, we love Wallace and Gromit, don't we?
I grew up on that shit. Absolutely, I do. I've seen every one of those films you mentioned, except for the sheep one. I haven't heard of that.
Yay!
A Close Shave. That's what it's called.
A Close Shave?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I saw that. I saw that. I thought you said something else. I guess I have seen all of them.
What do you have to say regarding this this poster?
Which one?
I like how you haven't finished saying your piece and
Which
then
one
asking us questions.
Sorry. Even so, despite it being a property for British broadcasting, but I'm glad that it has been made available to America, and we love it just the same anyway. So, Early Man, set at the dawn of time when prehistoric creatures roam the earth, tells the story of courageous caveman hero Doug and his best friend Hognob as they unite his tribe against a mighty enemy, Lord Nuth, and his Bronze Age city to save their home. While the premise may seem simple, I'm happy to report that I feel as if Aardman's stop-motion style has become a lot cleaner over the past few years. There's better lighting, for one, and the character's flesh seem to resemble, well, flesh, not clay.
Yeah.
Despite it being clay to begin with. The last film I saw by Aardman was Flushed Away. I didn't really have money to go see Arthur Christmas and the Pirates. In Adventure with Scientists was along the same hype train as like Fantastic Mr. Fox and Shaun the Sheep movie. I thought it was doomed from the start, but apparently it did very well. So I am very excited for this movie because Aardman does a very good job taking seemingly lifeless clay and turns it into something, well, lively. And Nick Park is in the director's chair after 13 years of directing nothing. So the hype train is strong with this one. The film already released in the UK on January 26, which, why wouldn't it be? It is a British-owned film company. And is scheduled to be released here in America, not American, on February 16th. I just want to say one more thing that I did not write in the agenda. I think the problem with this film is not because I don't think this film is not going to do well. I wholeheartedly think it will. My biggest concern right now is the fact that kids kind of have a little bit of a prejudice when it comes to stop motion films.
I think, and I do see what you mean. The age of that has kind of, the age for the appreciation of that has kind of gone away. Like I grew up with Wallace and Gromit mostly. I saw Chicken Run and Were Rabbit, and I enjoyed those. Like without caring that was stop motion. If anything, that kind of made it special. I guess it might also be calling out to that audience of people who grew up on that. Just kind of like, I guess, kind of like, you know. It's supposed to be a kids movie, but I guess this is kind of like a new thing for people who saw this stuff when they were kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a question for you, Naka. Were you a fan of watching Wallace and Gromit growing up, or were you a fan of watching any other Aardman animated films that
Flushed Away and Chicken Run. There you go.
Did you like Chicken Run?
Yes. Yep. I like both of those movies. And Pirates as well.
Would you watch Wallace and
Yes.
Would you watch Wallace and Gromit? No. I thought Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit was very funny. I think it's a movie that Shudder should definitely take a look at.
A bullet?
A bullet. I can't get enough of
bullets.
That. Yes.
Yes.
Anyway. But anyway, Shudder, you really need to see The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It's amazing. But anyway, guys, Early Man, would you go see this movie because of the animation style? But not only that, would you go see it because you're a fan of Wallace and Gromit in general?
I feel like it would be remiss not to see it because I grew up with Wallace and Gromit. So yeah, I would definitely going to see it at some point, at the very least. I don't know about in theaters, but I'll do my best to see it because it looks decent.
And as for you, Naka, would you see this movie?
If I have time, yes.
You never have time.
Again, I have to say, if I have time, yes, I will go see this movie. If not, I'll see it at home in 4 months.
All right. Anyway, do you want me to move on to our next movie?
What, do you mean to the movie that got 3 out of 5 from one person and is basically the entire internet is going after this guy and he basically got fired from his job of being a movie critic?
It depends on what the subject matter was about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what the subject matter is. Like, if he got fired because I don't know. We'll talk about this.
No, he got fired because all the people who were just like, "Oh my god, this movie is perfect. Why did you only give it a 3 out of 5? Why is the Rotten Tomato score only 99% now, not 100%?"
Dude, 99% is gold on Rotten Tomatoes. Piss off.
Yeah. Anyway, well, guys, this is it. It's finally time to take a look at Marvel's next film in its cinematic universe, the final stretch before its big bombastic feature, Black Panther, a 2018 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the 18th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The film is directed by Ryan Coogler, the director of the Rocky film Creed, from a screenplay by him and Joe Robert Cole, and stars Chadwick Boseman as the title character, along with Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Denai Guerrera, Martin Freeman, Daniel Kaluuya, Letitia Wright, Winston Duke, Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, and Andy Serkis. God, I love that guy. The film was officially announced in October 2014, with Boseman first appearing in Captain America: Civil War. By the end of 2015, Cole and Coogler had both joined, and additional cast members came on board beginning in May of 2016, making the films Marvel's first with a predominantly black cast and the first film in general to have a black superhero as the focus on the screen. After the events of Captain America: Civil War, King T'Challa returns home to Wakanda, But when two enemies conspire to bring down the kingdom, T'Challa must team up as the Black Panther with CIA agent Everett K. Ross and members of the Dora Milaje, Wakanda's all-female special forces, to prevent a world war. I'm simply excited, to say the least. This is the final film before Marvel's possibly biggest blockbuster ever to hit the screen. The Avengers, Infinity War, which we'll discuss at a much later time. Black Panther is a character I know very little about aside from his race, his background, and whatnot, yet I'm still intrigued as to what character he is, and by the looks of this trailer, I'm both intrigued and impressed. Intrigued that I know little to nothing about the superhero, and impressed of how they show the superhero off. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to pull off with this film. I guess my one, I don't want to say gripe, but criticism that I have is the soundtrack. Now, I can't really judge based off this notion, considering I haven't heard of the soundtrack, but part of me feels like they needed to advertise to the children and pretty much people of all ages who are fans of rap and hip-hop to truly like this film. Yeah. And I'm honestly just not a fan of that gimmick, so I'm not really looking forward to that part of the movie, because at that point, it's just pandering to rap fans, especially when it involves a predominantly black cast at this point. Not that it matters. Thankfully, though, the orchestral score is done by Ludwig Göransson, who also composed Creed with the director, so I'm happy about that at least. Another thing that I will mention that is a huge deal is that in early January 2018, a New York resident created a GoFundMe campaign in hopes to raise money to help children of color at the Boys and Girls Club in Harlem to see Black Panther. The resident in question called the release of Black Panther a rare opportunity for young students, primarily of color, to see a black major cinematic and comic book character come to life. This representation is truly fundamental for young people, especially those who are often undeserved, unprivileged, and marginalized both nationally and globally, unquote. And that right there is a pretty big deal. This film will not only be successful, which we already knew, but it's going to speak to a lot of minorities as well. Black Panther is a film that I am wholeheartedly excited for, and this is coming from a white guy, so take that as you will. Whether you're of color or maybe a different minority altogether, I think it's safe to say that this film will be utterly and truly phenomenal. And if you're interested, the film will be released on February 16th. Okay.
And
now,
all the girlies say you're pretty fly for a white guy.
Yeah. Knew that was coming.
But anyway,
uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, but anyway, regarding what you were talking about earlier, apparently there was this guy who gave it 3 stars. Well, like, what did he say about the review? Like, there has to be more than just a 3-star review, has there not? He has to get fired for expressing. He can't get fired for just expressing an opinion. That's ridiculous. Can you tell me what that is, or?
Hold on. Let's see.
And
God damn it, where is it?
People were like, first black superhero. I'm like, are you forgetting Wesley Snipes exists?
Well, in terms of actual superhero, that kind of thing.
Oh yes.
Let's see.
But
everyone, literally every response to like a tweet I see about Black Panther has something about Wesley Snipes in it.
Let's see. And this is from the this one person from Independent.ie calls the film a stodgy tale of internecine feuding and criticizes it for not having enough fight sequences. Mm-hmm. He says that's
staunchy. Let me look that up because that sounds.
I'm sorry, not enough fight sequences.
Mm-hmm. It also reads, that's a shame. Marvel has finally given us an African superhero. The hope surely was that he would be allowed to do superheroic things. It seems to be the only film's lukewarm review so far, and admittedly isn't that much of a whinge fest, but fans are fierce to see the score be all and end all Rotten Tomatoes slip.
Yeah. I think that the one problem I'm seeing with this is that people are like, it's kind of like the same deal you had with the Ghostbusters thing, like why do you hate the film because you're racist? Like maybe people don't like it because they actually don't like it. How about, playing devil's advocate here, how about fuck you? Not everyone who doesn't like your film is racist. Calm your tits, not everything's about you. even though I, for one, think that this looks like a pretty damn good Marvel film, and I've already gotten my ticket to see it.
Okay. You want to know something really, really funny about this? Back in the 70s, during the time where this movie would not have exist, an editor at Marvel complained that there were very few white people in the Black Panther comic. And so the writer responded, and this is the funny part. The writer responded, okay, I'll put white people in there. He responded with that with a 3-issue stories with lots of white people as Black Panther fought the Ku Klux Klan.
Nice. And
yeah,
to be clear, I looked it up. Apparently, the superhero came before the racist group, and they tried to change it to Black Leopard, but then they're like, "Fuck it, it sounds shitty." That's apparently what I've heard. But I've been trying to stay away from that shit because I knew inevitably some people would be up in arms about that. So I'm like, I kind of want to separate the movie from that.
But I'm fucking excited for this movie, and you are excited as well.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely gonna go see this.
Yeah, I already got my
you're
ticket.
very excited about this.
It's part of the MCU that's actually tied into the Infinity War that's going to be coming out soon.
Yes, which we are going to be seeing and talking about very soon. So
absolutely. I mean,
so I'm very excited. But yeah, like I have I'm very excited about this movie. I hope you guys actually take the time to go see it.
I've already got my I'm gonna see it on its I think it's on its opening day in the US because I saw Jacksepticeye. Jacksepticeye did a blog of or vlog, right, if you will, about he got to not only see the European premiere but also got to have a little go with one of the stunt coordinators and do one of those tricks. It's really cool. But yeah, I've already got my ride, I guess, to see it. I'm a big Marvel fan.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna be the next pop figure I get because I haven't been able to find it. I think the last one I got.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Why would you not get a pop figure?
Yeah. My sister got me Slash for Christmas, and I did a there was like a buy one get one half off deal, so I got her a Harley Quinn one, and I got Surtur from Thor Ragnarok for myself because I already had Thor, and Surtur was fucking dope.
Anyway, Naka, what's going on?
What do you mean? What's going on?
I hear background noise.
Yeah, people doing
I
shit.
live at home. Don't you understand that people actually have to do things in this house, and it's not just me alone?
I know. Relax. Anyway, do you want to move on to our coming attractions?
Okay, bye-bye. Come back now. You hear?
Busan. Yeah.
So, for those of you who are
23 of them.
Yes, we have 23 coming attractions, guys, and this is the final thing before we actually get to the other stuff. So, for those of you who are new, the way our coming attractions work is that there's no visuals or release dates for these, but rather we release the link and spend some time going through every film. And as the weeks come ahead, we'll take a closer look at these individually. Let's start with our next one. Let's start with our first coming attraction, Beirut. A U.S. diplomat flees Lebanon in 1972 after a tragic incident at his home. 10 years later, he is called back to war toward Beirut by CIA operatives to negotiate for the life of a friend he left behind.
He had burnt too much midnight oil on the train to Bangkok,
pretty much.
along the Thailand Express.
Out of all the trailers, this one is the one that I'm looking...
Yeah. The sky is on fire, burning black gold. Eyes of the west turn to east. Yeah.
Out of all the trailers, this is the one that this is probably the one that I was looking forward to watching the least. and I put it in order from least important to least recognizable to most important to most recognizable. So if you think we forgot a trailer, you haven't forgotten anything. But anyway,
continue.
Yeah, I don't have much to say regarding this movie. It looks interesting, but yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, traffic.
Traffic. A couple go on a romantic getaway to a cabin in the woods, but after a chance encounter with a suspicious gang, they find themselves in possession of a phone containing proof of the gang's sex trafficking exploits. Yeah, this is an interesting one, I'll say the least. I'm trying to figure out... And yes, that's literally how it's called, traffic with a K.
Well, yeah, that's why he said trafficking. The word trafficking is a weird word because it's not like the ending. You see, traffic is ends in IC, but then trafficking is ICKING.
Right.
I don't know. It's a weird looking word when you see it. But
what do you have to say regarding this movie, Naka?
Honestly, don't really care.
What? I don't know.
Yes, a lot of these movies I don't really care about, so I'm just going to be like, don't really care. It's like, oh, there's one thing, don't really care, bye.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, well.
Let's
continue. What were you going to say, Krüz?
I don't know. I just looked at one coming up that I saw. I inadvertently saw the trailer for that looks kind of interesting. I don't know. But it's
I think this one kind of looks interesting.
I meant the one after this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hereditary. When the matriarch of a family dies, her daughter suspects a presence was left behind, which has a bizarre focus on her teenage granddaughter. I think this is an interesting case of
reminds me of an escape room I did recently.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would not know what an escape room is.
It's basically. Have you ever played Skyrim? Have you ever been in a dungeon in Skyrim? Or
I've never played a single Elder Scrolls game, man.
Have you played Legend of Zelda, a 3D title, in a dungeon?
Yes.
It's something like that, except there's a story behind it, and it's not just, like, oh, hey, I need to go get an orb, and then I can just never go to this place again.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, escape room is like a whole game genre in and of itself.
No, but a real-life escape room.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Sounds like Saw to me.
Well, that's all I have to say regarding that. Yeah. Do you want me to move on to our...
this is the one.
Next one? Damn it. I'm just realizing. Hold on. I'm just realizing I could have used a different song off the same album of that Avenged Sevenfold album that I was playing earlier. I could have used a different song from the same album. I didn't realize it.
For Hereditary? Or Unsane?
For Unsane.
Oh, a young woman is involuntarily committed to a mental institution where she is confronted by her greatest fear. But is it real, or is it a product of her delusion?
This is like ultimate gaslighting kind of shit.
Yeah, this is interesting because I thought we were supposed to sympathize with her, but it turns out it's the exact opposite. Are we sympathizing with the other guy? It's like, what? That kind of thing. So
she doesn't know she doesn't know what's real and what's not because she's become so paranoid that it's or I guess it's kind of like I want to say Eyes of the Insane. Like you're just constantly on guard, and she thinks that a doctor is the stalker, and she keeps lashing out, but she doesn't realize that, or she kind of realizes her mistake, but she's kind of
sounds like a real life version of anxiety to me.
Yeah, it's like anxiety taken to its extreme.
Oh, that's
I like psychological horror, or at least psychological thriller type shit, so it does look fairly interesting to me.
Yeah, I kind of group the horror with the horror and the that kind of thing. So moving on to another seemingly horror movie, The Cured. A disease that turned people into zombies has been cured, but are discriminated against by society and their own families, which causes social issues to arise, which leads to militant government interference.
Yay, political movie, except it's an actual kind of species war in this case now, because zombies are technically a different species compared to humans. I'm not sure.
Sounds like
to me. I kind of like at least the idea of this, trying to be like, oh well, we're stereotyping, or we're against those people because they were cured and they can go zombie at any minute, that kind of thing. I at least think this could be a good movie, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's just something that seems a little political with what's going on right now, but I can put that aside and say, this might be a good movie. Could be bad. Game. I don't
pretty
know.
much.
Makes me think of like the X-Men, the prejudice against mutants kind of deal. But no one ever really, or very rarely has it been considered like after a zombie apocalypse, like what happens if people were able to be cured? Do people accept them immediately, or do people still paranoid, or what?
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to our next trailer. Breaking In.
Oops.
A woman fights to protect her family during a home invasion. Yep, can't get any simple than that.
Yeah, it's simple enough. That's what I would do.
Yeah, but what do you have to say regarding the trailer, at least?
First things first, what I do have to say about the trailer is that a woman fights to protect her family during a home invasion. I mean, I haven't had to experience that myself, but I already have plans of how I would do that. And something along the lines of this movie and trailer would be some of those plans. So,
oh, really?
Score 1 for coincidences.
Really? Oh, that's
Yes.
interesting. I did not know that. Anyway, do you want me to move on to our next trailer?
Oh boy, the second one about a sex ring or sex trafficking ring thing. Yay.
Yep. You Were Never Really Here. A tormented but brutal hired gun sets out to rescue a young girl from a sex ring, only to find himself weathering a storm of violent vengeance when matters go awry.
Alright.
Yeah, there's not much with this one. I mean,
I
it looks.
I remember when we showed this like a long time ago. I think we did.
Hmm?
I think
I wouldn't know. It looks kind of. What do you have to say regarding this?
I don't
Yeah, I
really
do
have
remember
much.
seeing
It's just
this.
basically, it's kind of like the opposite of that one Amy Schumer movie. Sort of. You know that Amy Schumer movie I'm talking about?
Don't even get
I'm not
me
even going to bring
started
up the title, but I know what you're talking about. It's basically the opposite of that, except it's done far better.
Yeah, kind of.
Look at me,
Let's move on.
get drunk and say vagina. LOL, I are funny.
My pussy just farted.
Yeah.
God, I don't understand.
It's a scientifically proven fact that Amy Schumer has never, is not,
Been-
and will never be funny.
Yeah.
Ever.
Let's move on to our next trailer. Don't worry, he won't get too far on foot. Now, this is interesting because it stars Joaquin Phoenix, and if you don't know who that is, he was a actor in the film. It was actor in the film Her. This movie looks great. I mean, I don't know about you, but this looks very well shot, very well acted, very well characterized. What do you have to say regarding this one?
Paralyzed car crash, that is my biggest fear, because I would never be able to drive ever. I mean, thank God he's developing a coping mechanism because he can't walk anymore, but I would never want to be in a car accident that left me paralyzed. That terrifies me.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, because I'm very much a car person, if I've said to myself, if there comes a point where I cannot drive on my own anymore, it's time for me to die.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I definitely see what you're saying.
I mean, thank God that people have developed coping mechanisms to deal with such trauma. That's what people are for. Thank goodness. That's what people and, coping mechanisms are supposed to be. However, there comes a point where it's just, for me, that would be my breaking point, is not being able to drive. If I became paralyzed, I would just be scared shitless.
Yeah, I totally see what you're saying. Do you want me to move on to our next trailer? Well, Krüz, are you interested in this movie?
I do like
Soviet Russia.
Yep, Death of Stalin. It does look like a black comedy, dark comedy take on it, but
Oh, well, I was actually talking about Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot, but if you have nothing to say, we can move on.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't. To be honest, I didn't watch all these.
Oh,
Because I'm
it's
dumb.
okay. It's okay.
I was
The Death of Stalin, this black comedy follows the Soviet dictator's last days and depicts the chaos of the regime after his death. yeah, it's a black comedy, guys.
Yeah,
I mean, what can you even say?
It's kind of like taking some of the stuff we've seen from documentaries of like things that Stalin was said in translation. It's like we are in deep shit or something, like the way that would be said in context would be pretty fun. I think that's kind of what it's trying to take on. And
all right, there we go. We've got comedy's new it girl. Sorry, it was relating to the last one. Or two of them ago.
Good job.
I mean, I was just like, as soon as I brought that up, and as soon as you brought up the point that Amy Schumer's a terrible comedian, I had to bring up comedy's new it girl.
Wait, she's a comedian?
Apparently so.
I never would have guessed. Oh.
Do you want me to move on to our next trailer?
Submergence.
Now, a man is held captive by jihadist fighters. A woman prepares to dive in a submersible. In their confines, they are drawn back to the previous year, where a chance encounter on a beach in France led to an intense and enduring romance. Honestly, guys, I looked at the trailer and I noticed that the music never changes. It just kind of stays this calm and soothing piece. And I don't know about you, I am actually getting a kind of nice vibe from this movie. What do you think?
I mean, the vibes are good, but it's just like, oh my god, we're going to go relive a life that we did a year ago, even though we're about to die in a submarine, even though it's all going to be good in the end, because we're not going to die, because we're the main characters of the movie.
So this is a flashback, basically, before they die.
Flashback and flash forward, basically. Back and forth.
Wee woo.
The movie's just basically, I'm a donkey. I'm a donkey. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
We snaw.
A wee being going backwards in time, a woo being going forwards in time.
Yeah, it's
now
warping.
Okay, yeah. Let's move on to our next trailer, which I think is the start of actually some really, really good shit. Tully, a mother of 3, including a newborn, is gifted a night nanny by her brother. Reluctant at first, she grows a bond to the nanny. So for this one, I understand that you probably may not see a lot of it, but it's directed by the same person who directed Juno, and why that might not have like a big impact. Juno was a hit film that was on fire for a while. So what do you have to say regarding Tully, guys? Because this movie I kind of want to see.
I mean, hopefully this damn kid doesn't realize, oh my god, the nanny's my actual true mother, except my biological mother. Who the hell is she? She's probably just my aunt or something.
Right.
I'm sorry if I'm very cynical about this stuff, but I've had to develop being cynical because I have so few places, because I pretty much have to take everything from day-to-day basis. Oh, you can't say that or you can't say that, because I go to a school where I'm just like, oh, hey, by the way, if you say some like messed up stuff, you're gonna go like be expelled and stuff, and that's fine, but you know, I still have freedom there. But it comes to a point where it's like I need to say my point across, and it comes out in here, and pretty much my point is, by the way, if you do have a nanny because you need help, that's fine. Just make sure your damn kid doesn't think that the nanny is their mother when you are their mother or father or whatever.
Yeah. And do you have anything to say, Krüz? Or
yeah, I don't know. I honestly didn't look at this one. I'm just dumb again.
Oh. All right. Well, let's move on to.
It's got an ad. Fuck ads.
Oh, hey, is that one episode of SpongeBob?
Not even close. Let's just move on to the next trailer. That unfortunately stars Amy Schumer. A head injury causes a woman to develop
She has a head injury. Am I right or am I right?
To develop an extraordinary amount of confidence and believes she's drop dead gorgeous.
I think.
Okay, done. Bye.
That's pretty much her life summary.
Yeah, this movie's gonna fail, guys. It's
and she's gonna blame stupid people on Facebook or on Netflix for it, because why are the ratings so low, guys?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. You just want to go on with the next one, don't you?
Yes. Can we leave? Bye. I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Life of the party. When her husband suddenly dumps her longtime dedicated housewife, Deanna turns regret into reset by going back to college, landing in the same class and school as her daughter.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's one of these films.
What's that movie? Larry Crown?
I've never seen it.
It has,
so it's
Tom
like
Hanks.
old school.
I know Tom Hanks is in it, but it kind of sounds like that, where he's he's older than the rest of the class, but then he kind of hits it off or has a relationship with the professor. He's kind of like the only old guy in the class compared to the rest of them. Kind of just sounds like that, an awkward rom-com.
Right. I don't
It's
have
like
much.
old school, except not really, but it's along those lines of what I'm seeing, and that's okay with me. I liked old school. It was great.
Yeah, do you want me to move on to our next trailer?
I have two things wrong with this trailer. But go ahead.
I know. A lot of people have a lot of things wrong with this trailer. Ready Player One. When the creator of a virtual reality world dies, he releases a video in which he challenges user to find his Easter egg, which will give the finder his fortune. Easter egg, if you don't know what that is for people who don't play video games, is basically a little secret or tidbit that is used in a game where you would want to know what exactly it means.
It's an inside joke for gamers.
It's pretty much. It's also based on the. It's based off the popular book. And when this trailer released, people freaked. And I don't mean that in a good. And I don't mean that in the good sense. They had a lot of things that were kind of good in this trailer, and a lot of things that were not so good.
Don't get me wrong. There's a ton of things that are good about it. There's my nitpicks are the main character, I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe he's not supposed to be a white kid.
I do not know about that at all. I know that he's using a DeLorean from Back to the Future,
which is 80s. That fits in with the entire game and the premise, so that's fine. But, however, there's two characters.
Can you hold on, please?
Hold on to what? I need to rant.
Go ahead.
Why are you telling me to hold on when I'm ranting? There's two characters that you can see in like a few frames of the trailer. I believe it's Chun-Li from Street Fighter, which is a 90s game predominantly, and then you have Tracer, which is from 2016. They were never a part of the 80s. They were never mentioned in the book.
Yeah. It's not canon.
It actually is not canon. That's my big issue. But I was like, when I first saw the trailer,
this is bad as like the what's called the Lightning Thief and Sea of Monsters, Percy Jackson movies that got it absolutely but fucking wrong.
I just hope it's really good. Those are my few nitpicks, and the only reason why there's a DeLorean in there is because the author of the book owns a DeLorean.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Also, you are now very quiet.
Am I very quiet? I thought
No, you're not.
You're
very quiet for
a second. Not very quiet? Oh, sorry. Well, anyway. Do you want me to move on to our next trailer?
Sure. I Kill Giants, literally just basically what people do in Call of Duty Zombies mode.
I believe it's produced by the people of Harry Potter. A girl struggles through life by escaping into a fantasy life of magic and monsters.
I mean, if it is, it's going to be well more than I just said, so...
I hope you're right, because I'm reading that log line just now, and...
Bridge to Terabithia much?
Yeah... Oh... Which Bridge to Terabithia... Also, Bridge to Terabithia is a god-awful movie. Don't ever bring it up.
Dead meat.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that Nostalgia Critic video, didn't you?
Dead meat. Alan.
Don't forget about... Oh, running's magical.
Running's magical.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. Is anyone gonna see this film? I wanna notice that there's some good things about it. They have Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana is very good. I like her. I don't know if anything else is gonna be good in this trailer, but nah. It is what it is. Are you gonna see this movie, Naka Krüz?
I just said maybe. Well, you didn't listen to me.
All right. And you, Naka, and you, Krüz?
Probably not.
No, well. Oh, God. I don't want to talk about this next movie.
Hannah, my parents just saw I play for the original. Hannah, let's go skip it.
Yeah, I see. My experience with this is that my whole thing with this
Mamma Mia, here we go again.
Yeah, my whole thing
sequel
with
to
Mamma Mia was ruined because the fucking music is so god awful, fucking annoying as balls.
Oh, did you ever see Nostalgia Critic's review of it? If you don't, then you really need to because it's so funny. Anyway, a sequel to the original, Sophie learns about her mother's past while pregnant. And I just want to clarify, do you respect ABBA for what they are, or do you legitimately hate ABBA?
I respect ABBA because they actually made some good music. It's just Mamma Mia fucking ruined it.
There are far.
Why are we talking about it still?
There are far superior Swedish musicians than ABBA. I am not sorry. Amon Amarth, Sabaton, Arch Enemy, Ghost.
You're comparing metal to pop. I find that so funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really much of a comparison, but yeah.
Can we skip now?
Yeah, but everyone else is okay. Do you, did this movie mentally scar you? What the hell?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yes, it did. As a matter of fact.
Hey.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next trailer.
Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8. Women attempt to pull off the heist of the century at New York City's star-studded annual Met Gala. Her first step is to assemble the perfect crew, then do the heist.
Oh no, herp-de-doo. Ghostbusters reboot effect. Except I actually liked all the Ocean's movies, and I think this is actually going to be a pretty good step towards it because this is how you should do it right, not wrong.
Now for the record, I don't hate changing up the sexes of the characters. If
don't
anything,
get me wrong, Ghostbusters 2016 would have been great, except if they didn't try and retcon the whole thing.
Right. It would have been great if they actually told a coherent story and not mess with it. But anyway, yeah, I haven't seen Ocean's 11. I heard it was actually very well done. Should I definitely take a look at it?
I have no idea where this is in that series, I guess. I know I've seen it, at least one of them.
Oh, God.
Is this a retcon or is
I'm
this
so sorry.
Prequel? I think it was either 11 or 13 that I saw. I think it was 13.
My PC just went into sleep mode real quick.
Good God.
It's fine though. I'm back. Yeah, that's what it went to its screensaver, but I took it off. Anyway, yeah, Ocean's 8. I do want to take a look at this movie, but I would have to see Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12 and 13 to really understand it. But I think considering that there hasn't been an Ocean's film in a while, I kind of want to see what it's going to go with this one. And, regarding the whole sex thing, sexist thing, I kind of think that this could actually be good if they told a really good story to go with it. I mean, that is for me, but I don't know. Do you want to move on to our next trailer?
What, so the one where no matter which way The Rock jumps, he will not go through the building or not reach the skyscraper on the other side of the crane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. Skyscraper. A former FBI hostage rescue team leader now assesses security for skyscrapers, and he must now somehow rescue his family who is trapped inside the building above the fire line.
Yep.
This is...
I think it's one of those movies where it's an action movie where The Rock carries it on his back. Basically, like, what do you call it?
Oh, shoot.
What?
Oh,
what
God.
did you do?
Nothing. I just realized I just realized I'm missing a link for one of the trailers, and I need to hand that to you immediately. While you're doing...
You don't have to.
Are you sure?
Yes. Because you could just look this up and it'll be
all
over the damn internet.
All right, well, I mean, I want to put it in. Like, it's part of the thing. But anyway,
you can put it in yourself.
Well, I was going to send it to you so that you can send it to people. Anyway.
Yeah, but that's two things I have to copy and paste, not just one.
Okay, well, just take it off and recopy it anyway. Anyway, that's all I have to say. So, would you guys go see this movie?
Yes, because there's no way The Rock is going to make it into that skyscraper. But I want to watch what fucking space magic he does to make it into that skyscraper.
Do you want to see this trailer? Do you want to... No, you've already seen the trailer. Do you want to see this movie, Krüz?
I will watch it just to see the... I will watch it just to see the parabola that is made. That is mathematically impossible to make at this point in time right now.
Right.
Fuck it. You can't stop me. Crash the plane. Touchdown, Greg Jennings.
Yeah.
But yes.
Methamphetamines.
I've yet to see really one of those movies I just mentioned, the type of where The Rock carries it on his back, like San Andreas or what have you. I'd like to see one of those actually for a change.
I don't.
Yeah, just for
Anyway,
the shits and giggles, not because I actually think it's like that good of a movie, but whatever. It's a thing.
Hey guys. Bum 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 bum.
I don't have a security camera. I was gonna, if I had the Vine on my computer, I would have been like, da, 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 da.
Oh my god!
Looks into the security camera.
This is one of my favorite movie clips of all time. Is to be like, your line's not long enough. No shit.
Mission Impossible Fallout. A man and his IMF team, along with some familiar allies, race against time after a mission gone wrong. Yeah, it's about as interesting as I can get it. It's I mean,
to be fair,
what do you
Tom
have to say
Cruise did his own
regarding this?
helicopter stunt.
Yep. Would you see this movie?
It's a Mission Impossible movie. It's kind of like required for me to watch it.
Yeah,
And-
same. I think I've seen. I actually don't think I've seen the original, but I have seen Ghost Protocol at the very least.
Oh, really?
I liked the. As I said, I referenced the line, but your line's not long enough. Oh shit! That just I love that so much. Yeah, I don't know. Is even if it's like at that point where it's like the action series is kind of wearing down, I still think it might be worth seeing.
Do you want to move on to our final 4 trailers?
I
Yes,
did see the
because
next
I'm
trailer.
very hungry.
And I'm
All
interested.
right. Ant-Man and the Wasp. A man balances being a hero and a father. A woman and a doctor present an urgent new mission that finds Ant-Man fighting alongside the Wasp to uncover secrets from their past. I totally forgot to get the trailer, so I had to go fetch it myself. But thankfully, we were able to do it. You're welcome. Anyway, what do you guys have to say regarding this trailer?
I didn't see Ant-Man, but I
Really,
I
you
think
didn't see the first Ant-Man?
no, I completely forgot about it. But I do kind of want to see it now, just so I can see this and be like, okay, now I know the whole backstory of Ant-Man besides what he was in Civil War, which is pretty funny when Tony Stark is like, who are you? And then he just walks away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I like the look of this, and I'm interested in like the kind of niche Marvel MCU movies,
Mm-hmm.
as what you would say.
And
like,
as for you, Naka?
I'd like to see it.
I mean, it's technically part of the MCU because Herp-de-Derm, Captain America Civil War, had to bring in Ant-Man. So it's now technically part of the MCU, and now it is going to be in Infinity War. So it's required viewing at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, do you want me to move on to our next trailer?
Did you like what I did with the stream?
Yeah, go ahead.
I did not even see what was going on. Guys, the untitled Deadpool sequel. The Merc with the Mouth teams up with Cable to deliver more raunchy antics. Guys, do you want to see this?
I loved the way that it was in typical Deadpool style of, oh wait, they're not ready to actually add the visual effects. Let me just act it out in little cardboard figurines. Like, oh shit, we're ready now. I fucking loved it. Deadpool can do no wrong for me at this point.
Yeah. Do you want to see this movie, Naka?
Yes. Who doesn't? It's required viewing. It's Deadpool.
Do you like Deadpool?
It's not like I own the damn Blu-ray.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know. Anyway, what do you expect out of this movie, though?
What do I expect out of this movie? I expect it to be a Deadpool movie, except it's just, different than the first one. That's what I expect out of it. It's pretty simple.
Just my favorite. You just love that. You just love those quotes, don't you, Krüz? Is it like everything you could ever? Is it like your personality in a nutshell?
It for the most part, just like the things they said, like the just how much of a just the personality, is pretty much what I aspire to be in real life. Just not even like before seeing this and like apart from this, that's the kind of personality I aspire to have. Is just like shit posting. I talk in shit post, basically.
Yeah.
Heck.
Oh, I'm touching myself tonight. Okay.
Maximum effort.
Do you want to
I'm
move
gonna
on
chop
to our
my
next
ears
trailer?
off. I'm gonna pull a Van Gogh and chop my ears off. Bye.
Why?
Because you just did what you just did. And I need
What he
one.
just said. My this hand makes
Venom. A man develops superpowers after becoming a host to an alien symbiote. You know, I am excited for this movie. You want to know why I'm excited?
Tom Hardy.
Not only that, but
It's
it will
Tom
get rid
Hardy.
of Spider-Man 3. It'll get rid of Spider-Man 3, which is a god-awful Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man 2 is much better. Damn it.
I know, this movie is so much better. Are you excited for this trailer or what?
Duh.
I mean, I think Tom Hardy, like the most recent things I've seen him in were Revenant, Dunkirk, and Mad Max.
Mad Max. Well, Mad Max Fury Road is a fucking fantastic movie.
Yeah, and I think he's done a pretty good job. At first, I wasn't sure, thinking Tom Hardy is Venom, but yeah, I thinking it's the more stripped down Venom in terms of like the origin and making him actually a developed character versus just the anti Spider-Man, basically.
The dude on the screen looks like he's been doing a ton of fisting.
No, he's hiking. It's his hiking.
Fisting.
Yeah,
He's fisting.
Yeah, he's
sexy
It's
hiking.
his hiking stick.
yeah, he's pretty. Yeah, he's hiking. Anyway,
And to
is that a
believe
GIF
that
now?
man
Please tell me-
signed
please tell me
my
that's a
high
GIF now.
school yearbook.
No, it's not peanut
Oh.
butter, Scarfy. It's not.
By the way, is that a GIF now?
That is an
Not
actual GIF.
GIF? I don't give a
It's
fuck. All right,
graphics
It
interface.
is
GIF.
I'm calling it GIF. Whatever.
There you go.
GIF,
That's
GIF.
correct. It's objectively correct. It's not tomato, potato. No, fuck you. It's GIF. Get the fuck over it.
Anyway, let's move on to the next movie trailer.
You mean our last
Solo,
one,
a
the
star-
big one?
The big one.
Solo, a Star Wars story. A rogue smuggler begins his adventures with his Wookiee partner, including their encounter with a double-crosser. Honestly, guys, as much as the title is very inappropriately handled, I do think the trailer is going to... I do think the movie is definitely going to bring something forward to the table, and I hope it does, because I am a huge fan of Star Wars. I'm pretty sure we all are. And do you have anything else to say regarding this, Krüz, Naka?
Hold on. I have a perfect image for this. That's not on my computer, but it's on my phone. Alright, come on,
Oh,
load,
really?
you bastard. Load, you bastard. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? Come on, I had it here somewhere.
Oh, sorry, Chugga.
I'm sorry, Chugga. See, where the fuck is this thing? Oh, wait, no. Solo, Star Wars story. It's a tie-ad ad. What makes it a tie-ad ad? There are no stains. Look at those clean walls compared to Force Awakens Millennium Falcon walls. Look at those walls. Look at how clean they are.
It's a tie-ad.
It's a tie-ad ad.
Alexa, it's a tie-ad. They couldn't agree. Tide won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Tide really did.
So David Harper.
Anyway, yes, I want to go see this movie. Yes, because it's Star Wars. And yes, I still need to see The Last Jedi. I'm going to go check our mailbag real quick because I'm very hungry.
Okay.
Hungry. Yeah, I think I was looking it up just to see, like, obviously they can't. Harrison Ford isn't going to play this, like, because it can't.
No.
Yeah, you can't bring young Harrison Ford back as much as you want, as much as you think you can by rewatching the old Indiana Jones films. But the yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see someone else, or like to see a young interpretation of the not Luke Skywalker, the Han Solo role.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I think that Star Wars has been doing better with the spin-off and backstory films than they have with the main films.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
Rogue
agree with
One,
that.
I think is the best film they've done in recent years, and I'm pretty sure that Solo, if it doesn't pass Last Jedi, then it will be right behind it.
Please send me a gif of Chugga. That's all I have to say.
Get off my plane.
Send me a gif of Chugga, please.
GIF. If you don't say it right, you're not getting it.
GIF.
You're not getting it then, you're gonna get this.
You're gonna get peanut butter, asshole.
Anyway, is there anything in our mailbag tonight?
There is nothing in our mailbag.
Yeah, that's
Mail
fine.
doesn't
But
come on
anyway,
You have to pronounce it right. I'm not gonna give it to you.
GIF.
There you
Yes.
go.
Anyway, I just want to say right now, we do have again, if you are looking to donate to us, please donate to us on Streamlabs /Subwuffer Entertainment Treehouse. We would love to have you donate once again. If you could, we are going to be advertising on our on For Affinity very soon, so please look forward to that. We are working on it. We're gonna start advertising, I believe, around towards the middle week of March. We'll just look around that because right now we don't have. Right now, it just seems out of the ordinary to advertise something that when we're not going to be consecutively doing shows, so that does make a little bit more sense. So in the meantime, we just want to say thank you again for joining us. By the way, I do have one more thing that I did forget to mention regarding the show.
God damn it.
You may be wondering why, hey, Scarfy, why did you not have a new art to show us today? Well, unfortunately,
Our artist had surgery.
Our artist had surgery today, so we did not want to press her to make any more art.
How about Meow?
What? Yes. How about Meow? Unfortunately, had surgery, so we did not want to.
I did hear she was sick, but I didn't hear anything beyond that.
No,
was she gonna
had...
do new stuff? So I think our new.
I was going to ask you and Krüz to. I was going to ask you Naka and Krüz to do a new art with her because she is actually our main artist. So I do
that would
want
be
to.
Cool. I mean, it might not have to
considering
be right away,
considering I had the pick, I believe it was Naka's turn to pick the art for next season. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do it this season, so
season 6.
We're going to have Naka. Yes, yeah. We're going to have Naka pick the art for us next season. And for the record, Naka, please don't do anything with cars.
When did I get
something
pick?
else?
Too late. They'll be the basis, but they won't be the predominant thing.
Please let it be something interesting. That's all I have to say. Something set related. But anyway, that's all I have to say regarding her. Please give your shout outs to How About Meow for making our wonderful art. Unfortunately, you get to see it for. Yes, you get to see it. You get to see it the next couple of months. So I'm sorry about that, but we will have a next art. We will have another art come next season. Hopefully next season. Yeah. Aside from that, my name is Scarfy.
I'm Naka.
And I'm Krüz.
And this has been Subwoofer Entertainment Treehouse. We hope that you have a wonderful time. Have yourselves a fantastic night. And take care. And as always, Tide Pods.
No.
Eat.
Do not.
Okay.
Have a good night.
We'll see you guys later.
Have a good night. And also, give us money. I'm just kidding. Don't give us money if you want to. You don't have to. We're not going to be dickheads like Jake Paul who want to make this social media plan thing to make you famous, and then you have to end up paying like $70 for it, which is bullshit. Anyway, have a good night. Bye.
Bye.